Ba ba ba. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. What up, Space Worm? What up, Sandwich? What up, Aster? Cants? Mudsman? Green Ember? Damn, I'm watching this OTK game day thing. Hassan be chucking. Straight up. What up, Midnight? What up, Shuko? I sent a hi, but it failed to send. Oof. That's what I say to that one. Boo, boo. What up, Brooke? Soul Bullet, stay for 3 years.
Damn, it feels good.
Do do do, boo boo do do do. Bow 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 now. Great selfie you posted on Blue Sky. Shh, that's only for the fucking Blue Sky real ones. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Interesting shot. Love to see it. Nora just cherry picking. Oh my god. Here's the crazy thing. At our home game, Aiden punch her in the face. He says no cherry picking. Not on my court. Look at Canute's posture. He's in gamer posture, dude. Or sports posture. Low to the ground. Oh. Oh. Yes, sir. Oh, you gotta take those. Is this video crazy HD? It's really high quality. It's good cameras and stuff. I love it. Yes, sir. Oh, I hate to see an air ball. What's that, Wyoming fish? Nora's literally cheesing them. She scored 8 points this quarter. Just stay back, Arthur. Alinity. It is crazy that Nora is putting up prime MJ numbers. Isn't that all Big A exclusively shoots airballs? I'll put him on blast right now. I ain't seen Big A at our game in what feels like over a month. I'm hearing he's practicing all the time. I'm hearing he's playing. I ain't seen him. Where's he at, man? Oh, he broke his ankles! Oh, didn't finish his food, though. To be fair, Blue can't score when they're a man up. It's much easier to score like a cherry-picked shot than... Oh, interesting angle switch. Than like a wide open right under the basket. Than, you know, 5-on-4 having to swing the rock. Maybe make a 3. Don't love that form, but you know what? Good pass. Great pass. Oh, that's why he doesn't pass it, by the way. That's why he doesn't pass the ball, dude. How is Red winning? Oh, I thought he was going to go Steph Curry range. Yes, sir. Close. Would you be first pick in an OTK game day? No. It's funny that Wake has to be a commentator because it's like nuclear bomb versus coffee.
Damn,
baby.
it feels good.
I've seen Wake play basketball like in the first OTK game day. It's actually a joke. He's so much better than everyone and stronger and jumps higher.
Damn, it feels good.
I don't know what's happening. Flexed biceps.
Spencer, thank you for the 19 months. Statistician, thank you for the 22 months. Oh, there we go. Takes to the rack. Are you watching the fight? What time's the fight at? I feel like it's going to be a sham. A travesty. A fake. You know? 7 Central. I don't know what Central means. Give me a real fucking time. I don't fuck with East Coast, but I would rather you said anything EST. Central? It's like 2 states, man. 6, 7, and 8. So it's at 6 p.m. Pacific. It's in 3.5 hours. That's not 6. What? Is there an undercard? The event starts in 3 hours? Yeah, who's on the undercard? Is it actually good? Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, undercard. Is it real boxers? The Tennessean. Thank you, Mr. Tennessee. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Oh, it's real boxers. Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos. And Niraj Goyat versus Winderson Nunes. Oh, a debut fight. No YouTubers? Damn, I want to watch this, actually. Katie Taylor what? Who's Katie Taylor? She's 23-1. She's a beast. You know who she is? I don't. She's an Irish Olympian? Fair. That's her. I like the black and gold. Anderson Silva versus Tyrone Woodley? Isn't that a huge height disadvantage? Wait. Am I mixing up Tyrone Woodley? I must be, yeah. God damn, look at this dude. For some reason, I thought Anderson Silva was way taller. She is our GOAT? Oh, from Ireland? That's sick. The fact that this is the jump into sports that Netflix went for, dude, everyone's talking about it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Everyone's talking about it. People are going to watch it. People are going to unironically subscribe to Netflix, which is way cheaper. He's just having a rough shooting day. Take it to the hole, big man. You know what I mean? Every big wants to be a guard. It's just how it is. Oh, good hands. Hit him with a tween. No tween. Lose the ball. Extra Emily's got it. Soda Poppin is beating her ass. Guess it's way cheaper than a pay-per-view? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh. Good pass. Wide open. That one's going in. I almost paid for Netflix to watch this, but I'm just going to go watch it at the bar. That's fair. God, this makes me want to go play basketball. Decent shot. Oh, one-on-one. Horrendous pass. That's okay, though. Oh, Nick gets there. He's in the paint. Big stepper. He's got Miskiff wide open. The long two. Passes back. Ah, now Nick has missed a couple of point blankers. And the cherry picking, not successful. Soda Poppin has the oil on his fingers. Tectone is just standing there? Is he? What are you talking about? He's patrolling the paint, dude. He's a rim protector. Yeah, some of Hassan shots are super unlucky. They should just not switch to that camera. This view rules. Oh. Tough. No! Go! Okay, travel. Ref, where are we at, ref? I actually think that, yeah, not calling the travel is better. Oh, extra Emily in the paint. Oh, Miskiff making something happen. He doesn't want to shoot. Oh my God, another one in and out. Hassan with his hands up. What do I do? What can I even do here? Zoom in on the ref who just goes, hey, man. Yeah, you should. As a ref, you should make different calls on different people. Don't let them take it too seriously. I don't give a shit if extra Emily takes a couple extra steps. Oh, big body, Cypher PK. Whoa, they're giving him the and one? There's free throws in this? Oh, that rules. Sometimes in creator games, it's funny when the ref bullies someone. Fair. But I think you have to bully the... Nothing but backboard. You have to bully the tryhard, right? You don't want to bully the new player. Oh, coast to coast. Yes, sir. Left hand. Nowhere near. Everyone thinks they got a left hand until they get into the paint. You know what I'm saying? The fall away. Not a fadeaway because it was not in control. E-Rob, leading scorer the first quarter. Doesn't get it done. Tectone takes it away. Boop, 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 boo doo. Okay, that was just greedy. And he makes it. That's 20 points for red. Chat does not seem to be happy with Hassan's lack of passing.
Good.
We would run these guys.
We would run these guys.
Kelby, of course we would. I've seen some things in this game. I hope to never see again. Oh, Miz putting his body on the line to Canute versus Comedy Russell. Picks it back up. He says, this one's all mine. Doesn't go in. Rebound secured by Dean. Dean, I think? I've never met that person. Oh, walks it up. Wide open two. Airball. Get Stanz and Trevor on the court and it's over. Dude, get Trevor on the court and it's over. It's just, you don't need me. Okay. Crossover. A little bit greedy. Show him what a pass looks like, Russell. Yes, sir. So funny that the communist doesn't want to share. Dude, if you have the audio on, Wake was saying some out-of-pocket shit. Well, he said that shot was worse than 9/11, and just like that, he deserved it. I was like, wait, what? Russell? Splash! That did not go in. Wake has said some crazy shit on broadcast in the middle of adpocalypse. Oh, the 1-on-2. You got Canute wide open. Oh, big step up. Oh, the jab step gets blocked by Cypher PK. Oh, one-man army, just like in Call of Duty. Ooh, I love the extend to protect the ball. Can't Wake dunk? Yeah, in the first OTK Game Day basketball, Wake was so kind in not just owning, but when his team would get behind, they would just pass it to him and he would dunk it really gently. And then they would just play defense for his team. Oh, it is so funny. Oh, it's halftime. Red team winning 2014. Hands on his knees, shaking ass on that thought shit, you know what I mean? Oh, blue team looking tired. Well, to be fair, Russell's just yawning. Maybe bored. How many of these guys could Brawny take? Okay, I'm a famous Brawny hater, but damn, what is Austin wearing? He would absolutely own every single person there. By a lot, dude. Come on. Who's the blonde girl on the blue team? She's Lulu Lovely from Apex Legends. Brawny would look like little Braun out there, straight up. You'd have to build a fucking wall Stan Van Gundy style. Have you used Sky Follower Bridge to transition your Twitter what the hell are you even saying, Samage? Hello? Canute would barrel through Brawny, no hesitation. Maybe. They're talking about Blue Sky import tooling. Wouldn't that be on the follower? Like, I understand being able to follow people that I follow on both. But, like, I shouldn't be able just to pull my followers to me. Like the fucking Pied Piper. I wrote it backwards because I'm dumb. Oh, okay, you know what? It actually makes total sense now. We're on the same page. He's got the Mina water bottle. I tried a Mina pizza cracker the other day at the Mogul Moose studio. And I love to support creator brands. It was pretty shit. It was pretty shit, man. I ate it and I was so thirsty afterwards. It was like the worst version of, do you remember those pizza Pringles? They probably still make them. As a kid, I really, really fuck with pizza Pringles. And the Mina cookie was like, imagine if you had a kind of piece of cardboard that tasted a little bit like pizza Pringles. Whose brand is that? Pokemon. Mina, that is. I watched the Creator Good vid last night. It dropped right before I went to sleep. The what? Oh, the Creator. I have no idea what you're saying. Pizza Pringles are the best flavor. They're good. You thought it was only the cookies? Wait, I mean, I assume it was all of them. Lud did a Creator food vid. Oh, is that why he tried the pizza ones? What did he think? Because if he said they were good... Come on, man. Come on, man. Hated the pizza ones, liked the cookies. Respect. He's an honest Andy. Oh, he did not like the cookies. Never mind. F tier due to mold? I didn't even check for mold. What if I ate a moldy chip? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Why would I do that? It was low. That makes sense. Oh, his didn't have mold either? Oh, then we're good. It's part of the experience? Oh. Did he try a Lunchly then? That is a Creator brand. He must have. That's probably the reason he did the video in the first place, so he could talk about Lunchly. I ain't here for the halftime show, I'll tell you that much. I'm here for the gaming. Can we get the Pokemon TCG Pocket friend ID? It's in Discord somewhere. No chat is at the end times? Buddy, I was recording a couple videos last night. What did Logan call him again? A beta blockhead bitch. No one summarized Minecraft Parkour 2 ending for Reckless Ink Blot. He has to watch the YouTube video like everyone else. Blockhead is such a good roast, we should bring it back. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think it's that much of an insult, to be perfectly honest. If I get called Blockhead, I go, okay. I'm not worried about being called a Blockhead. Of all the things you've said to me over time, chat, Blockhead is not even in the top 500. Yeah, you can call me that if you want. Having not watched it, I assume he met someone else who could do a backwards 360 and had to come up with a new trick jump. He figured it out. Oh, shit. How
Damn,
could he
it
guess?
feels good.
Yay, whatever you say, blockhead.
Thank you, Doc Trot. Oh, man. Kant says he has a dive to do today. I don't think it's part of Dive Miss, and I think he said it's not good. So I'm not really sure what we're doing today. Oh, it is part of Dive Miss. And it's not good. Ah, shit. Was the Brook dive a fluke, or are you looking to have more people do dives and stuff they're passionate about? Not a fluke. Trying to replace Kants immediately. As soon as humanly possible. As soon as Brooke learns about British YouTube, we're in. Crowdsourced free labor. Now imagine if they could edit YouTube videos. Holy. This is Blistex. I'm actually not a chapstick Andy. I'm not a lip balm guy. But the Leagueathon set me back hydration-wise what feels like months. You know that SpongeBob where he goes, I don't need it. That was my lips after the Leagueathon. And so I had to beg Rochelle for a Blistex to try and I've been chugging water. Yeah, it's siphoned, not necessarily the life force, but at least all the liquid out of me. Yeah, and it's getting winter and it's a little drier. It's just tough. No time for a deep dive. Need to get prepared for Jake Paul v. Mike Tyson. I guess so. I can't wait for it. I know it's not going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to go fucking 5 rounds. It's going to be a draw. Mike Tyson's going to be like, hey, this kid, he's better than I thought he would be. And then Jake Paul's going to be like, he's a legend, bro. It's every day, bro. I got to fight a fucking legend, bro. And that's the end. That's going to be the entire fight. My dream, Mike Tyson clips him with a left hook and he fucking dies in the ring. $1 Million Baby style. Not because I don't fuck with Jake Paul, to be perfectly honest, just because I think that'd be crazy. This is not like a hate in my heart. It's just like, dude, I feel like if a YouTuber fights Mike Tyson, they should die. Do I have sunscreen on my nose? No, I think it's just really, really bright. Yeah, I look straight at the sun. Tyson still got some pop, might happen. And he's old, man. He's old as hell. If it's like the Floyd fight, that would suck. I think it's going to be a bad fight. I truly, truly think it's going to be a lot of clinching, a lot of rubbing, goes the distance. Not fun.
Damn, it feels
Dr. Humano,
good.
they give it a tier 1. Tyson is just so old. Yeah. It's like the scene from the beginning of Space Jam where Michael Jordan's all chained up. But instead of chains, it's because Tyson is old. Okay, we're back in the fucking game. And immediately a turnover. Into a turnover. Tectone can't get low. Jump ball, maybe? No, he rips it out. No travel. Okay, there's 7 people in the paint. Something's got to happen here. 7 people in the paint. Passes in. Immediate block. The fast break. The cherry pick. Now, Nora, I believe, is the leading scorer in the game. If I am to understand, Nora has 12 of their 22 points. Will there be more bubbly talk in this dive? I hope not. Truly. We went from Mike Tyson to basketball. We were watching basketball before. Good pass. Okay. Oh, wide open. Good screen. You love to see it. Blue team needed that energy to get back in the game. Sasan complained to the ref. That's crazy. Oh. I like the hang time there. Gets his own rebound. Oh, nice step. That was actually sick as hell. Stanz, you give Ultimate Frisbee on the weekend vibes. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I do not play Ultimate Frisbee on the weekend. Probably be good for me, though. I'll tell you, that looked like a Kelby move. The big step through. I really have to expand my Twitch horizon. I don't know anyone but like 3 of these streamers, and I've been on Twitch for over a decade. I mean, that's fair. There's always going to be new ones, old ones. Oh, where's the hustle, blue team? Oh. Cypher PK, wide open in the corner. Splash! Not really, though. You give walk your dog in a baby carriage vibes. That's like something I'd love to do as an elderly person. get like a chihuahua and put it in a baby carriage and just walk around the park, or like a wagon, give it a little blanket. Okay, back-to-back blocks. Buddy. We're here to have a good time. Nora? Oh, Nora finally misses one. NMP still hasn't made a basket. I believe he is 0 for 9. Tough. Ooh, good hands. Comes around the screen. Wide open. Yes, sir. Tough. Is this NMP's event? It's an OTK event. This is on NMP's channel. 62,000 viewers. Oh my God, he just ripped that out of the air. The fast break. Now, E-Rob was a gamer for the blue team. Wide open. You see him. Hit the cross-court pass. Swing the ball. Yep. Oh. Wide open lane. Hassan hands on his hips. He's tired. Not gonna lie, I thought Hassan would be better. He actually took a lot of shots in the first half and I think tired himself out. I will say, getting the rebound, running up, and immediately chucking a 3, miserable teammate. Absolutely. You're up 8, bro. Pass the ball. That's so lame. Oh, handles. Nora. Oh my God, the crossover? Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Good teamwork. Oh, and one? Elvargo waits, little buddy. That's, hey, true. Who's the old guy? BJP? I actually don't know them. Don't say Stanz to that, bro. Bro. I think the teams were balanced. I think it's Cypher PK versus Hassan as the 2 first picks. But I'll say E-Rob has looked nice with it. Damn. BJP is Soda Poppin's brother? Oh, cool. Is that true? They do not look alike to me, but I respect it. Oh, good rebound. Stays in. Oh, a lot of wild layups. Good hands from Lulu. Whenever Stan says Cypher PK, I think he's saying Kuiper BK. Imagine if I turned on OTK game day and my mom was just straight up dunking. Oh, they lost track of him. That's the leading scorer for blue team. What do you mean you don't have eyes on him? Canoe says, I want some of that. Nice job, Emily. Oh, passes it to the other team. Oh, good fake. The transition foul. That's free throws and the ball back. Comedy Russell from downtown. Ooh, close. I actually hate when they zoom in on the rim. But that's a personal take. Nora. Oh, keep your head up, queen. You hate to see the missed shot into the walk back. You know what I mean? Gotta hustle. Oh. Oh my God. Finally, they call the foul. Finally. Be honest, how do you do in this? I think you cook. I think I cook. I think you know what? Ask Kev. I don't know if Kelby's still here. Kelby sees what's going on. And there's a lot of air balls. You know what I mean? Hassan played in our game, and we were, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, like, crazy. So I think I'd be towards the upper echelon of these players. Oh, the one leg. That at a certain point, it's the shame of airballing that I think would stop people from doing that. But it has not happened yet. Kelby's zone would ruin this tournament. Unironically, based on the three-point shooting I've seen, if blue team switched to zone, red wouldn't score another point. Oh, behind the back. Wide open three. James Harden. Nothing. Oh. Oh, full court. Stanz could complete a mile, so I think he could hold his own here without being winded. What do you mean could complete a mile? I can complete more than a mile, bro. Do you think you and Eamon do good on a team together in this? Yeah, absolutely. Prove it? Be right back in 8.5 minutes. 3-point shots off the dribble at this level of play is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem very difficult for anyone to get a wide open shot. If you were to have a run, how far could you go? Before I fucked up both my Achilles training for that half marathon, my longest run was like 55 minutes. I can't remember the distance. Gets his own rebound. Doesn't put it back up. Dribbles farther away and then scores. The timer's been stopped for some time now. Really? They do a lot of no-look passes that just don't connect. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's their first time playing together, I think. Tough. Watching this makes me want to see them do this, but hockey? Oh, ball hockey. What is ball hockey? Oh, the fake? Yes, sir. Okay, red team kind of cooking now. Tracking runs in minutes? Yeah. That's, I think, the best way to do it. Because my goal was just to run as long as humanly possible. Because that's how I was going to win the fucking win. That's how I was going to complete the half marathon. Ooh. Misses the bunny. Oh. Now, Nick, I don't believe has scored yet. He says, I want E-Rob. I mean, his handles are not terrible. Wide open. Oh. Goes right back into Cypher PK. To be clear, the best player on blue team. Just feels like maybe dribble away from that. Imagine he hits the reverse, though. Oh, he went up through the net. Illegal. Hockey, but no ice skates or rollerblades, so just walking, running. Oh. Is it a puck or a ball? You called it ball hockey. Oh, put that up. Yes, sir. Tough. Yeah, that's a pass. Buddy, that's a pass. Oh, Emily. Just kidding, not Emily. Peace jars. Oh, try for the cherry pick. Adam in chat knows how much I hate the airballed 3 into offensive rebound layup. Miserable. It's actually so miserable losing off that. Oh. Oh! Goes right past him. The reverse. Nice. Oh, even gets him off his feet. All right, Nick. Oh, you cannot step out of bounds and then be the first person to touch the ball, even if the ball doesn't go out of bounds. Ref, excuse me? Excuse me? It's weird to see some of these people lift and do gym workouts and then look so uncoordinated on the court. I mean, basketball's a skill game, man. If you've never played, it's really fucking hard. Ooh. That's called a trash bag alley-oop in my town. I've never heard that. It actually makes me love it. Trash bag alley-oop. Oh! No foul. Nick just wants points, dude. He's got none. Oh, the Euro? Okay. Oh, he takes the charge. Hello? Ref, what are you looking at, bro? His feet were set. Oh, that's brutal. Ref! He took the big body charge. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, I want to see blue team make a comeback. Let's see a close game here. Nice. Good steal from Lulu. Cypher getting full court pressed. Probably just run by her, now that I think about it. Yep, that does make a lot of sense. Oh, they might have implemented the zone. Hassan just hanging out in the paint. He's not going to contest his 3. If you want the open 3, you got it. You did airball the last one, though. Yeah. Oh. Okay, gives up the open 3 for the Kobe. Makes it. Hold. Oh. Lots of hands. All right, Blue making a little bit of a comeback. $20 seconds left. Oh, there's no shot clock, huh? All right, Blue gonna take last shot of the quarter. Oh, good pass. Oh, they hit each other. 1 second left. Oh, now that's sportsmanship. Oh, they're just going to let the clock run down? An 8-point game. 1 quarter remains.
Did you see Mike Tyson being interviewed by a 13-year-old? What a responsive.
No, I did not see Mike Tyson get interviewed by a 13-year-old.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So
true.
after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego.
Oh.
Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that?
Damn.
What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead.
This is like when you guys ask me a basic question.
We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for
The
sharing.
way he stared is crazy.
That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Why do you want somebody to, you think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone? Well, my kids, maybe, or grandkids. Who the
True.
fuck cares?
Well, and you're
That's so funny. It's my second favorite Mike Tyson interview answer. My favorite being the one where he's like, I used to be somebody. And he's like crying. That shit fucking slays me every time. Half the time it makes me laugh like crazy. Half the time it makes me weep for what once was. Her whole world got rocked. Yeah, you shouldn't introduce nihilism to children, I would say, maybe.
So how do we get into Hassan Piker's head is the real question. One could argue being a gray name chatter.
Perhaps if you can get him stun locked, that's what I would advise. If you're blue team, get him on a stun lock. Start talking about
Tectone hasn't even started utilizing his psychic damage moveset. He could just start saying things.
That's right. He needs to go with the strategy. Say that Kamala Harris lost because she didn't move to the right enough. That'll really get him out of his game.
That would do it.
That would really do it.
And we're going to go ahead and throw it down to Seer. Seer, take it away, beautiful. Oh, leaving you just like your father did. He's coming back eventually, he said. But don't wait up for him. Seer, America's...
Those are little knee
America's
braces you have under.
Father. Man, is he cool.
They
man,
help
is he
stabilize
sexy.
your knee.
Look
I
at
used to
that.
wear
He'll be back with cigarettes.
the slightly bigger ones when I used to
We're
run.
here at the start of the fourth quarter with Red.
Wake is feeling himself today.
34, Blue 26, and BJP, my
All right,
attorney.
we are
folks,
looking
my
for
attorney.
Nick to score a point. It is his
Bringing the
stream.
ball out.
And we're
Oh,
looking...
Nora with
How many
another
points?
2 points. Oh, my
Finding
gosh.
that again.
I tell
Dude,
you what,
Nora's
she's
going to drop a
an
20
she's
bomb
an
in this
early,
game. Hello?
Thought for MVP today.
An emerging candidate for sure. Bryce dribbling between
I mean,
his
leading
legs
scorer on the
just to
winning
kind of
team.
intimidate them, saying, you can't do this. Nick
Comes off the screen.
nothing,
Oh, Cypher's got his
hoping
hand
to,
up. He says,
make
"I'm
something
here,
happen
man."
For himself. It's a brilliant summation of his love life. And we're getting free throws there, it seems. That would be a foul on the shot. Bryce lining up. A reminder, Bryce actually plays pickup basketball on a weekly basis. So he's poised to do well here.
Ooh.
Tough.
But remember, he's just warming up that rim. Bryce wiping the sweat off his hands here as he tries
There
to
we
find
go.
it again. And
Too much
he
sweat on his hands
does
for the first
there,
one.
notching another point there for his team, taking the lead to single
9
digits.
points. I'm incredibly distracted by the ref's shorts and booty. That ref
BJP
deadlifts,
passing
you
to
can tell.
Hassan looking to take a three. Does he make it?
Great shot.
No, he does not.
Terrible pass.
To his old ways.
All right,
The rim.
Bryce wants to get his team back into it. He has E-Rob. He says, "I'm doing it myself." Cypher gets the rebound. Oh, no.
Cypher
Okay.
PK on the cleanup
This is
crew
getting ugly.
With no luck.
This is getting
Bryce
ugly.
trying to find it, and he does.
And one, he
Bryce
says.
playing like he's
Doesn't get
7
it.
feet tall. Man, oh man, does that bode poorly for the big man. NMP Lowell playing like Kobe Bryant
Hassan
post
with the
Achilles
three.
tear.
Oh, boy. See, what did I tell you? They had to get Hassan
Hassan
Piker
with
out
that
of his game. Get him
prime
back to
Jordan
the rim.
Poole game. Who else? That prime Nick Young when LeBron was injured for that couple
shooting,
weeks.
showing his, oh boy.
Tectone, kind of, I would
Oh.
call that more of a launch
Here we
than
go.
a shot.
Give it to
Hassan
Nick. Oh, there we go. Oh,
tries to
no.
Bryce with the trail.
Oh, no.
What a chase down block from Bryce there. Maybe the first chase down block achieved on a slow jog.
Oh, Nick scored.
And Red notching another couple of points there, it seems.
J-Dog.
Damn it.
Cypher
feels
gonna see if he can even the odds there for his team, as the lead is still 9 points there for Red.
E-Rob was a first quarter demon.
E-Rob
See if he can bring it back.
Chucking a three.
Ooh.
Oh, good hustle.
Man, oh man. Hassan.
Slow it down
There goes
into
Hassan.
immediately.
Nice and
Go to the
sturdy
basket was
drive
so
there with an
funny.
easy lay-in, using his stature to create something for himself.
Great take, though. Can't complain about it.
Rob checked in for red team here. They're
You
going
got to
with
be able to
Twin
take
Towers
these.
approach there
You
at
gotta
Hassan's
be able to
request.
take these. You need 11
Cypher's
points.
He's not playing like a team that's down 8.
Dean's so cool.
Oh, boy, Red- Red's
Dean's so
really
cool,
going
Dean's so
for it.
cold, unfortunately.
And from three
Slow it
again.
down
Can he
every
do
time
it?
Hassan gets the ball
No!
is so fucking funny. I watched the first half with no audio.
0 for 148 from 3. They're going to need to start shooting threes if they want to catch up.
Red ball.
And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. You can see the life leaving them. The back and forth of basketball really taking a toll.
Oh, good pass.
Most of these
Nora.
points now are just coming off the backs of defensive surrender.
Too tough.
Wow.
I actually think Nora's is 16 points, right?
Shot. She's got the highest percentage of shot to net ratio.
Yeah, extremely
Nora,
efficient.
Shooting probably upwards of 80-85% at this point. Tectone just kind of chucking.
Oh, no one running for the ball.
And seeing what hits. Kind of like his takes. Dylan, we got some chatter there on the floor. It seems like they're strategizing amongst one another. I think I heard Tectone. Please keep shooting. Nick.
Oh, close.
Oh, right off the
Honestly,
rim.
maybe the closest shot he's taken all game from the logo.
Oh, the
Bryce
one leg up?
just kind of passing the two-handed chest pass to the basket there.
Yeah.
He should go back to the three-point line.
Gets the rebound?
Bryce cleaned it up on the low block there, finding Cypher. Cypher knowing he needs to take a three, but not doing it again, putting everyone on a spin cycle there with that bizarre travel. We can't call it,
Nice.
though. They are really down. Tectone! So close, yet so far.
All right, Nick, this is your moment.
The lead has continued to grow. Nick Parham notching his first 2 points of the day.
We
Put
get
that
there.
in the highlight reel. The Brick Parham fan cam now has a climax.
Brick
Man,
Parham
Red team is
so
really
funny.
running away with this game right now, Wake, and I just don't see how Blue's going to overcome it. I mean, they look fatigued.
Good D, good D.
I mean, they're not even on defense.
It's infectious there. Bryce sending it back against Nora. Not in his house.
Oh, they're looking for
Russell's
fouls.
complaining about there not being a foul call.
You know what? This one's getting ugly. We can't watch the end of this. I'm not trying to see a fight here among streamers. A layup goes into the highlight reel. If it's your only basket, man. It's like the fucking no. The Counter-Strike highlights. You ready? And then it says 0 kills and then zooms out. That shit fucking rules. League of Legends. I got to do a dive with Cans. I hit you up in like an hour. I've been stalling Cans to watch OTK Game Day, but dive on these nuts. Very cool. Very cool, man. But I can get it started right now as long as he's still around. Ugh. I think it's over. 15-point lead for Red. 7 minutes left. I just don't think they have the firepower. I'm ready whenever. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Do I need to have a different attitude? Because you said it's sad. You said it's or bad, or it's not like a wow, what a cool thing, inspiring. It's like negative. Is this a fucking Diddy deep dive?
Yo.
Sorry, is this a Diddy deep dive?
Why would you think we'd be doing a dive on P?
Because you were like, I got a dive ready. It's not a good one. And I'm like, oh, fuck. What's the worst thing that could happen here?
So you think less of me that we would be, you really think I'd stoop that low, you know?
Do you want me to answer that?
So, have you heard of P. Diddy, Stanz?
And the oil, the baby oil, dude.
No, it's we do YouTube deep dives. It's not fucking
P.
pop
Diddy
culture,
Vivo, dude. Come on.
pedophile shit.
Everyone knows.
The person we're going to be talking about has done a video on all that stuff, though.
Wait, really?
They've done a video on lots of controversial type things.
Okay. Interesting. Is this a
and-
Moist Critical deep dive? What? I guess I should just stop guessing and let you go with it.
Yes, just... I mean, you can.
Is this a Nathan Stanz deep dive?
You can just guess every single person until
we will eventually.
You would be able to guess them. No, I don't think you would.
It's a Curtis Connor deep dive.
I've talked about this person once with you before, but it was in a recent deep dive, and I think something that I've learned is the closer the thing has happened, the less likely you are to remember the person.
I have been joking this whole time, and I know exactly who this dive is about.
Okay.
But the thing is, you don't believe me.
I will give you money. Name a price if you can get.
You
this.
don't want this because I know. I do know. You
I don't think I've
want.
told you.
You don't want me to name a price. Are you ready?
Well, just say who you think it is. This
Well,
is
yeah,
insane.
but I
This is
feel
not
like-
entertaining or fun.
I feel like I need something from this because you don't believe me.
I was gonna offer to get a tattoo.
I know, that's what I was
That's how
hoping you would
confident
do. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I would like a cool gifted sub. One gifted sub if I can guess it.
I am. I also realized I prepped this on stream.
I did not
so there
watch
is
the stream. So if
I was going to say there is a chance
there's
that
a
you
chance
could
I
know
do
or that
just
someone
know.
has said.
I do think I know, but it is not because of the stream.
Okay.
Are you cool with the one gifted sub?
Oh, are you gonna? Did I watch a video on your account and you've gone on like your
No,
most,
that would
your
also be. It's not a
previously
scam.
watched YouTube
Here's the
videos?
deal. The
Are
only
you
scam, I listened to you because I am a friend, and you said one thing that has stuck in my brain, and now I think I know what it is.
Okay, I don't think there could have been anything.
Okay.
Let's just go with one gifted sub then.
One gifted
Fine.
sub. Okay. I think that this is a deep dive on. Well, now I feel stupid saying it because what if it's not? It probably isn't.
I
but-
don't think it is. I'm just trying to tell you that you're setting yourself up for nothing.
I'm setting myself up for nothing. I think it is on the guy who was the commentator for their boxing, average Geordie, true Geordie, Mr. Geordie.
It is! Wait, you got it! Holy shit! Damn. No, I want to get a tattoo.
Yep,
That
you
was
have to get a
actually
true Geordie
sick.
tattoo.
Yeah, after this time, you'll realize that's so
Hey,
much of
it's
a
going to be
punishment.
embarrassing for you, but you will get it. So I
Oh
knocked
my
my camera
God.
down. You said...
it
You knocked your camera
feels
down because you were
good.
so excited. That's
yeah,
so funny.
I did. You, I think, said offhand in Discord, like, man, I just learned True Geordie kind of sucks the other day, like a week ago. And that, I just remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, why would you have learned that he sucks? You know what I mean? And then, like,
That's
what
why
we're
we're
talking
doing
about.
this.
Yeah.
So that's very funny. Obviously,
Yeah.
none of this is in the YouTube video, but we can we can start if you want to know all the things.
Let's start. Let's start this YouTube video.
Okay, so Stanz, there's a YouTuber that has been uploading some wild content recently, and I thought we'd take a look at their channel for Dive Miss.
Okay, great. I would love that. Dive Miss is an inspirational time of the year, and I love highlighting creators on YouTube.
Maybe it's not like that, because I saw this tweet.
Oh, no. I'm crying. True Geordie is now part of the grifterverse crying emojis. Donald Trump wins. These Karens are raging about it. The real reason Donald Trump won the election. Oh, True Geordie's just I mean, we all know if you've watched any of these deep dives, he's not American. He's just fully Trump built.
Yeah, but I think he's just doing the videos because it's like a big thing, the American election. He hasn't like been going crazy about Trump. The videos after this aren't all political. He just talks about things that I think he's interested in. This is me just trying to be fair to him.
Right.
But I was once a fan, and it makes me upset that I was, especially since I have done all this research and gone back and realized, like, I'm sad that I was a fan of some of this stuff in hindsight.
He blue Van Manned you.
Very funny you say that. Blue Van Man got his start from True Geordie.
No.
Yeah, he's the reason that he has a career, like
He's in a pod,
at all,
man.
that he has any viewers.
Right.
You know, like some YouTubers give a shout out to a smaller YouTuber and then they become a bigger thing.
Shout out Connell Johnel, baby. I've always been saying that.
Yeah, perfect example.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jacksepticeye started because he won a competition from PewDiePie.
Wow. I didn't know that, actually. We should do a Jacksepticeye deep dive, actually.
Yeah, it would be sick. I just don't know enough.
Yeah, you're
so,
not the
hey,
person.
reach
We have
out.
to find a Jacksepticeye fan.
But yeah, what I'm saying is people that then become big in their own right, even if they were started by someone else.
Yeah.
Blue Van Man never hit those heights. He has always been the guy that True Geordie talked about once.
Fair enough.
But anyway, that's not here nor there for this dive. If you want to understand, we'll go into all the details as to how this happened, as in these videos that were being made by True Geordie, because he's not always been like this. TLDR, he got cancelled, lost viewers and sponsors, and went right wing.
Oh,
which
it's
is
like the classic. It's actually
Yeah.
super normal. Okay, got it.
So I wanted to see how True Geordie. No, well, I knew actually, so I don't want to say anything. I wanted to show you how True Geordie got here, and what kind of YouTuber he used to be, and what happened, and the whole story.
Right,
Are
a
you ready?
YouTuber you liked, someone that you enjoyed
Yes.
watching, someone that was a commentator and supporting his friend through his YouTuber boxing experience. Yeah.
Yeah, even when we talked about him in the Joe Weller deep dive, I wasn't like. In my head, I was like, oh, I don't watch this guy anymore, but I didn't expect him. If I had to predict what he was doing, it wouldn't be this.
Right. It just feels really weird. It's so Donald Trump focused to me.
Yeah, it is very... No, that is not just weird for you. That is weird.
Got it.
Okay, let's start at the beginning.
Boom.
Right.
A True Geordie's view on Nile Ranger. Oh, I don't know.
Now you know who Nile Ranger is, right?
I don't. I'm not even going to pretend to know who Nile Ranger is.
No, you shouldn't. He is an ex-Newcastle football player from 11 years ago. So it's not like he just wasn't performing very well, and then got annoyed at fans that got annoyed at him.
Okay.
And that really pissed off Brian, aka True Geordie.
His name is Brian. Okay.
Yeah. And he made a video to express his anger in a rant.
Got it. As a fan of the Newcastle Football Club.
A message to Niall Ranger here. Newcastle United
Could he have picked a darker room? I guess it's 11 years ago. But like, dude, 3-4, the world's darkest room.
Yeah, with cameras that are that bad, you've got to try and do everything you can for them to look good.
Yeah.
Bro is like,
dude, he's done nothing.
Trying to make it look awful.
Yeah.
I use that term loosely. Pond life would probably be a better fucking term for the little cunt. A player who very, very rarely plays for the Newcastle team has come out and criticised the fans. Newcastle have been nothing short of absolutely fucking shit this season.
Tough.
They've been absolutely dire, right? No problem with that. I can fucking handle that. When the team plays well, I'll pat them on the back. When they play shit, I'll tell them that they played shit when I'm at the match. If they're trying their best and they still lose, I can't ask any more than that. And that's fair enough.
Dude, fair enough. This guy's based, man.
But that's not the case here.
Oh, shit.
Now, there's a footballer who, basically, to describe him loosely, is he never really gets a game. Probably signed 5 years ago because he had a smidgen of talent back then. And back then, when you're young, people are so scared that you're going to become a good footballer.
Sorry, let me rewind a little bit. Who is True Geordie? Like, why did he make this video? Is he like a super fan? Do people know him, or is he literally just a guy?
This is a nothing. He is just a dude that is talking to a camera at this point.
Because it feels like he's talking to me like he's an expert, and I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Why should you say who Niall Ranger is? Okay, got it. He's got a love of the game.
Just sign a big crop of players and they end up on the books. Even when they're useless half the time, and sometimes they even get a fucking game against Brighton and Hove Albion. This is who I'm talking about. But he's actually fucking useless.
No.
Every time I've seen him play, he's never showed a
You can skip to the peak, like around 2:30.
Yeah.
And say a few words of, don't, if you're going to boo, don't bother coming, as if it's his fucking club.
Oh, that's what Niall said. And this is what's going to really piss off True Geordie.
Am I right?
So good.
Don't boo if you're going to bother. If you don't bother coming, is he fucking taking the piss here? I'll fucking boo if I want to fucking boo, sunshine. Got every fucking right.
Dude, he's so mad. He's got like serial killer eyes. Holy shit.
He's already been ranting for 2 minutes and he's still this mad. It's amazing.
That's so
It's
funny.
my club. Do you want to know why I know that? Because I pay the fucking money to go through the fucking turnstiles. That's why. What have you fucking done for this club? You've brought nothing but shame on me. You've got no fucking talent, right? You sucked the fucking scout off back in the day. Basically got your fucking little deal. Now you're sitting driving.
God, man, he's got dead eyes. And he's so mad.
In your fucking flash car, in your flash house, right? But we don't give a shit. Having money doesn't make you a good footballer. It doesn't make a difference to us. We don't
we can stop
that.
there because this whole video is just him getting really annoyed and swearing at the guy. It's
and people
a funny video.
loved it. I mean, Newcastle fans, but also other people, I assume.
This video, I don't think it was the literal first video on his channel, but it was the start of his like rise. This is how people found out about him, as in like football fans, and this spurred him on to make more videos, and he kind of became like a FIFA player / analytical. Like if they finish watching a football match, they'll talk about the game and what pissed them off.
Got it. Just a classic, really just a football fan.
Yeah, all of these videos are. Sorry, the start of this video is so fucking funny because he's just. I don't think you can get more British than fucking drinking piss out of a like plastic glass that's like too small, and they're about to talk about football.
Love that.
Sorry. All of these videos. There's a ton of these. Like. Football react style videos that have been deleted off his channel or privated or whatever.
Oh wait, why did he delete them?
Just they're not the kind of in the same vein as like Joe Weller removing a lot of the videos. He wasn't happy with them, or they weren't the kind of style of content that he was wanting to do move forward. A lot of YouTubers that go through like eras will remove past content because it's not the kind of content that they're making now.
Fair enough.
You can watch this now.
Does my drinking offend you?
Oh, 8 years ago. Why are we? I guess this is 2016. This is like, you know, early Trump. I'm jumping ahead because I know that he has all these Trump videos now. But the classic, like, does this offend you, liberal? Is like
that's something that I want to address now. Is part of the. So he wasn't like how he is now. So, or I know I've shown you that, and that's how we started off this dive.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You have to like
get it out
cut
of my
that
head.
off.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the comments and the jokes that he makes and the content that he was doing, if you view him as like right-wing grifter that is saying these things,
I'm gonna have a less charitable. I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Then it comes across as like a genuine thought or like thing that he's wanting to say, whereas whether it is something that he was actually like, whether it doesn't matter his intentions, is what I'm saying. As a viewer, that feels like he's just doing a joke when I watched it. I didn't watch this specific video, but for like some of the things.
Sure, for other things you've seen, looking back, you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. But at the time, you're like,
yeah, in hindsight, I'm like, fuck, that's not good, because he probably agrees with it. But when I listened to it, I was like, oh, that's a joke. He doesn't mean that. And now I'm like, fuck, maybe he did.
Dude, finding out people mean the jokes they do is always like super disheartening when you're a fan of something. That's happened to me many times. Yeah. Oh, let's watch this video.
Right. Got finished watching the match, come home, and I need to say a few fucking things here, because when you get beat off your local rivals 3-0 at home, it's time to stop romanticising the club, stop romanticising the players, call a spade, and say what needs to be fucking done to sort this out.
We're shit!
Because there's a problem, right? Only Newcastle. Fucking Kenny Dalglish was in charge. He took it from 2nd in the league to 13th. We're now going from 5th in the league to fucking God knows where. It's the same fucking problem. Alan Pardew can get his players up for a game, but his tactics are piss poor.
Fuck. Can I say? Oh, sorry. That was accidental. Fast forward. I can't understand half the shit he's saying. I
wondered if that was going to be the case.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to do it. I think I'm understanding the manager has bad tactics, but I don't really.
He has a strong accent, but it's not like undiscernible. You know, like he is still saying words in the English language. But so it's hard for me to tell what you wouldn't be able to hear from this. It's so funny that you can't.
I'll just keep playing. I'm just trying. I tried to rewind and my hand spasmed.
Players, call a spade, and say what needs to be fucking done to sort this out, because there's a problem, right? Only Newcastle. Fucking Kenny Dalglish was in charge. He took it from 2nd in the league to 13th. We're now going from 5th in the league to fucking God knows where. It's the same.
Did you understand all that?
Yeah. They got a manager, took him from 2nd to 13th. Now they're even worse with this new manager, and then he's going to say another manager got no tactics, dude.
Yeah. We can skip to 3:12 in this video, just so you can get an idea of like the different like generations, I guess, of these kind of videos.
Oh, he's got some technology now, dude.
Yeah, he's upgraded.
Huh. Does that offend you? Oh, is he going to stop? Dude, I was making a joke.
Bro.
My bad. Does he say it every time? Is it like actually his thing?
I didn't used to watch his videos. I have no fucking idea.
Got fair enough.
I'm pretty sure it is
so funny.
A reference rather than like his thing. Let me hold on.
It was a bit when we lost.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's just funny because I was going to make that joke, like, oh, how silly. And then he said it.
I did. Yeah, okay. I thought it was this. I just wanted to check. It's a reference from The Office, as in like UK Office. He is a huge David Brent fan / Ricky Gervais fan.
Okay.
So does my drinking offend you? Is whether like he is definitely saying that because he really likes The Office. Is basically what I'm saying. Like other people might use it for different things, but he's
just an Office Andy. I love that.
Wait. Does my drinking offend you? What's going on, everyone? It's the true Geordie back again, and Newcastle have been beaten by Sunderland not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 fucking times in a row under Alan Pardew. Again, yes. I thought it was Christmas, not fucking Groundhog Day. How is this happening every fucking time?
That's a pretty good one.
It's a good line. He's like a sports pundit. He's like Stephen A. Smith, man.
Weak-minded manager, that's why.
There's even more of an upgrade if you skip to, like, 550.
Yeah, I'm checking out this.
Player! What's going on, everyone? It's the true Geordie, back again, and Newcastle have lost 3.
Dude, he's in like the Fox News studio. This is nice shit, man.
Yeah, he's also getting more and more like angry, but not like he's not saying anything more angry. He's just saying it angrier.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's saying,
"What's up? It's the True Geordie."
You
He's
can
like
see
so
he's getting
angry.
wrinkles on his nose because of how much he's frowning.
Yeah.
0 to Sunderland, but that wasn't a loss.
Not
that was
Sunderland again. Are you kidding me? It's like Groundhog Day out here.
a fucking joke.
To be
6 to
clear, this specific video is him having a rant at their derby, which is a derby is when your like rival team and you have a game.
I see.
So this is only Newcastle and Sunderland games.
Fair enough. So he's gonna say it a lot, especially if Sunderland's winning a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Dude, he's got anger in those nostrils.
defeats in a row. 6 in a fucking row. But you know what pisses me off the most? This is the worst. This is the hardest one to take ever. Because the first 5, Newcastle was shite. We deserved to lose. Sunderland were better. And I'm man enough to admit that. But not today. No fucking way.
I've got no issues with this guy. Can I say that? He just seems like a guy who loves his team. This is fine. This is cool.
Yeah.
He's just making videos. Yeah.
And no one had issues with him. It was
Yeah.
great. People loved him. Even people that didn't give a shit about Newcastle were like, dude, I wanted to listen to this guy talk about his team.
Dude,
and
especially if Newcastle loses, you're like, oh, we got to watch the new True Geordie
Yeah,
video.
like, I've
Yeah.
got to watch this next one. As you're like watching the Sunderland match, you're like, bro, I've got to I got to see his reaction to this.
And then he always has to have a bigger and bigger reaction because that's what people are like tuning in for. And it apparently,
Yeah.
unfortunately, creates like this weird cycle.
So he got known in the football sphere of YouTube, which is like slightly adjacent to the like Sidemen, British YouTube
Oh,
scene.
totally. They were doing tons of FIFA. They were doing tons of, after a while, football challenges. It makes sense that he would be involved in some way.
Yeah, so then these worlds collided at the first ever Sidemen charity match when they asked True Geordie and his friend who was helping him out with some videos, Lawrence, to commentate.
Oh, nice. Should I know Lawrence? Have you said that like I've met Lawrence?
No, but Lawrence is a big part of this channel.
Got
This channel turns into like a True Geordie is both of them. Like, he is the True Geordie, but he is with Lawrence almost all the time.
Got it. I fuck with Lawrence doing the top button, so I hope that Lawrence didn't do anything
I
cringe.
hate Lawrence do the top button, but we don't need to get into that.
Spencer.
Oh, the point's been skinned. Oh, and he skinned the keeper. This is class. That is class. Oh, what a goal, son.
That is
That
beautiful
is
football.
class. Sign him up, Newcastle. I'll have him.
He was in
He's
celebrate.
Dude, Newcastle needs help. They keep losing to Sunderland, man.
Sign Toby up.
Sign
Get him
Toby
right now.
up. Yes. He skinned them both, bro.
So this like sows the seeds of his like commentary. You obviously know that eventually he commentates boxing fights. We've talked about that with the Joe Weller deep dive.
He's got great energy for it.
Yeah. Energy for sure. Maybe the actual commentary part of it, not so much, in my opinion.
He's got to punch him. He's got to punch him. Joe, you got to punch him, Joe.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But before we get there, around this time, True Geordie started his podcast, which is how I would say most people know about him.
Oh, really? Got it.
The True Geordie podcast was huge. And there's reasons for it, and we're going to do a full breakdown, but this is just episode 1.
Got it. Oh, sorry. This is episode 1. So I was thinking like we were doing a fucking multi-piece dive.
What's going on, everyone?
And I was like, all right, got it. Sorry, the True Geordie
What?
podcast.
Sorry, you thought that was the end of dive 1?
No, but I thought you were like going to talk about the podcast separately, like we did for Joe. It's like, no, we got to stay on soccer for this one. And I was like, damn, I didn't think this was going to be.
We're talking about the podcast separately. This is like the start of it. This is episode 1.
Yeah.
Showed you.
What's going on, everyone? It's the...
What's going on, everyone? It's the True Geordie back again for the first time, actually. Not really again, is it? But we're back on YouTube. First time on iTunes.
Good.
On the True Geordie podcast.
On your own show.
Got my own shit going, mate.
Yeah.
So I run this shit. Got my own table. I don't really own the table, but we've got some nice plants. They might like we'll take them home.
Cacti.
Glass of water. Got some patterns on it. It's all it's cushy, mate.
These cups.
There's a nervous energy around them. They haven't settled into the podcast yet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but that very quickly goes. And I think because these two, just generally, Lawrence and Brian have a really good rapport with each other. Lawrence is very quick-witted, and True Geordie will say some of the most batshit out of pocket stuff.
Okay.
And Lawrence does a really good job of like reining him in as much as he possibly can, and like maybe having the voice of reason sometimes. So you'll see how that dynamic doesn't really work when we get closer to the cancellation. But for in their peak, it worked really well.
God, to me, he's just like British Tim the Tap Man. I can't not see it. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, they look very similar.
Yeah,
I don't think
they both yell about sports.
Personality-wise.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't watch either of them, so to me, they're the same person. They're like a regional variant of a Pokemon. You know what I mean?
That's such a good way to describe them.
Yeah.
Seeing you and I, because you got.
We don't need to watch any of this because, like I said, it's just awkward
just
whatever,
see what
but,
it is. Yeah.
Because he had met a bunch
Sorry,
of
they talk about the
YouTubers.
Brad and Angelina divorce. So that's my real question. It's not all football talk. They're just talking about like whatever.
No, it's just a general podcast.
Yeah, it's just a general
and you'll
podcast.
see the podcast strays well away from football talk for the most part. In their first couple of episodes, they naturally bring up football because they're
passionate
in a
about
football
it. They're
background.
fans. They've done a lot of it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Lawrence came from Copper 90, which was this channel hub that produced a lot of football content and would get other YouTubers to like feature in their content. I think Joe Weller and KSI have both been on their channel a lot to do football related things. And he worked behind the scenes at Copper 90 before meeting True Geordie and starting this podcast.
Very cool.
So because they met a bunch of YouTubers at the Sidemen charity match, he was able to get some good interviews on their podcast.
Oh. Right, you meet them in person. You're like, hey, you should come on my podcast sometime. And they feel like, I can't say no. And so they get to do it. That's sick.
Yeah. So the first of which that we'll look at is KSI. Which is like the biggest, right? If you're going to get a British YouTuber on your podcast, on your British podcast, it's KSI.
Dude, they upgraded their succulents to actual cacti. Look at that.
Yeah.
But you are surrounded by other people. You know, there are other rappers that maybe you're with, a couple of like the Sidemen, the YouTube guys who know what that experience is like. So I guess it's important to keep those guys around you at the same time.
That's the thing. They keep me grounded.
Yeah.
Like
in a weird way because they're all up with you in that sense.
Well, exactly. Like so many times, I've could have easily just lost my way and just. That's the thing. You don't want people who are just yes man around you because you will then think you're the shit and then you'll treat people like shit.
Do you think you've ever been in that situation where you have had yes men around you?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I've definitely, maybe a few people.
I feel like KSI is a bit of a yes man right now in this interview. Yeah, no, totally. yeah, totally. You're so right. Totally.
Yeah, it's funny. I watched this whole entire podcast, bro. Every question he gets asked, he goes 100%, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Before he said whatever answer he's about to say, he says that as like a tick before anything.
He's a little nervous. He's being interviewed. They're asking him questions. It's scary versus being alone and making a YouTube video or whatever. And it does it's a little funny looking at this 7 years later and seeing that like, ooh, he might be surrounded by yes men, especially on like the Prime and Lunchley stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can keep watching.
Yeah, who've
Brian says
gassed me up and who've made me think, oh shit, man.
Yeah. Out of all of the Sidemen, who's
gassed you the most?
Out of all of them, who's the most likely to pull you and go, JJ, mate, you're being a bellend? Like, is there anyone who would say that?
I'd say all of them.
All of them, yeah.
All of them, yeah.
And you're all the same with each other, yeah.
So
we're all good.
I think those two like questions from either one of Lawrence and True Geordie is a good like idea of why they worked well as the podcast, especially like interviewing people. Is the vibes of the podcast was they're all just like having a relaxing conversation, which was great for getting guests to like talk about shit honestly.
Yeah, open up.
And Lawrence would kind of be a bit more together and ask like maybe a deeper or like an interesting question. And then True Geordie would jump off the back of that and go like, yeah, so which one of them do you not like? Or like, how much do you want to fuck that one over this one, you know?
Sure. He'll give him like a simple question or something fun, a little easier to digest.
Yeah, and I mentioned which one would you rather fuck because True Geordie loves to make the conversation move to like sexual things.
Oh, really?
It's something that we didn't really touch on with the Joe Weller dive. In Waffling, he'll talk about a lot of sexual things.
Sure, he does it constantly.
Yeah, I know we talked about it with the bubbly and stuff, but we barely scratched the surface. I'll be honest on like some of the crazy shit that Joe would talk about on the podcast. But True Geordie is worse, in my opinion. As in, like it's more egregious.
It
with
seems like maybe
the way
that's
he talks
all
about
he
things.
wants to talk about a lot. He'll try and bring it back to that or something.
As an example, this is his interview with Joe Weller.
Oh, well, now we got two fucking sex guys in the same room. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, obviously with how open, obviously, social media is, you like constantly getting hit up.
Titty
by,
pics?
No, by people that are normal, not just disgraceful True Geordie women.
Girls, True Geordie.
Wait, are you trying to basically get out of me where the fans send me nudes?
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
I mean,
I've
they
got
must.
no doubt they do, mate. There's no doubt in my mind.
I mean, that's the point. Is they just must do, but it's not.
Oh,
it's about.
yeah.
What's your reaction? Like,
Joe Weller. Joe Weller gets nudes sent to him. You heard it, yeah.
There you go.
But that's just a fact of
You
YouTube,
heard it
isn't it?
here.
Like,
Yeah.
You heard it here. It felt like I didn't hear the preamble to this, so I don't know what they were talking about. But I feel like it wasn't about getting nudes sent on DMs.
It wasn't. It was just talking about like interactions with.
Yeah, so it was crazy to go that far in that direction.
I love this cunt, I tell you. My fucking hero.
You must get him too.
I mean, it's...
Go on, True Geordie.
Mine are different. Mine a little bit more, you know.
They're 50s.
My husband watches you, and I've noticed how handsome you are. He has a picture of me in my lingerie.
Really?
That's actually a true story as
That
well.
is,
like,
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so that was the like dynamic with just like this is how relaxed the YouTubers are around these two. Like this is the kind of podcast that you wouldn't see, and it's a good example of them making everything very sexual. you know. He also did an interview. There's a bunch of big YouTubers that he did an interview with, especially early on. A lot of the times it's involving alcohol and they get really drunk as they do the podcast, which naturally makes things more entertaining. Here's a podcast episode with Will N.E. With an interesting story of Lawrence talking about his old stepmom.
Thank God, yeah. She's aged terribly as well. She literally looks like the wind has just constantly been blowing in her face.
Do you know what I find about...
Good to see you, Kathy.
Why would you say that about Kathy, bro?
Kathy getting straight.
Do you know
names, man?
Do you know what I genuinely find about women, particularly
bitches,
older, like 40-plus women who have been miserable their whole life, but they've gotten away with it because maybe they were better looking in their earlier years. But when they hit 40 and they get older,
much earlier years though,
you can tell. By looking at, I've been able to walk past a woman in the street and look at a woman's face and go, "Ooh, I can tell you're fucking horrible." I can tell that the years have
Insane.
not been.
Who asked? You know?
Yeah.
Who's telling you? You just started telling this random story that has nothing to do with really anything, and it's just being horrible. He keeps on going as well. It's not good. But to be clear, I am not sending you this because I'm like, yeah, I agree with what this guy's saying. I love this
and then
shit.
he went off the rails.
Yeah, and this is early on in the podcast as well. It's only like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
We this next bit's a little crazy, so we'll keep watching.
Okay.
You deliberately, because you are one sour-faced cunt.
Yeah.
As Scarface would say, you gotta look like you haven't been fucked in months, and that's what they have. That look, like they need a cock desperately.
Sure. I mean, that wasn't my first thought as an 11-year-old, but
Sorry.
So that's a really good example of kind of what I was saying at the start, which is...
It's a nice way to diffuse it, to be fair. Because you
Yeah.
did say some weird stuff earlier on, but it's kind of a way to say, hey, man, weird fucking story, bro. Wasn't thinking that at all, especially because I was telling this story and I said I was 11. It's just like weird.
So Geordie will say some things that are like way out of pocket, that are just like this example. They're not always like just very misogynistic, but
Anyone
they
else think
usually
women are
have
bitches that need to get
They
fucked?
usually
Yeah.
have at least a sprinkle of misogyny. They're not usually like this front facing and
Yeah,
obvious, but
that was quite weird.
But
Sorry,
then
someone in
Lawrence will
chat says,
try
you're
and
telling me this guy's a Trump supporter? I don't see it.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like I think there will be a lot of people watching this video that didn't know that True Geordie has turned into a Trump supporter.
Okay.
And now it's like that makes sense to me looking back at these clips. But if I didn't know that had happened, like my memory of these are like that he was just a guy that would tell outrageous like stories or like that would like talk about women, but he's joking because Lawrence will then say something that's like, you shouldn't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they laugh about it. So I'm like, oh, that's clearly he's telling a joke.
Yeah.
Like there was, I think, a lot more.
No,
of,
don't worry. These 3 white guys in the room are okay with it, so it's totally normal. Like I can understand.
There was
what
a
you're
different
saying.
vibe to it. That like now with the knowledge of like the kind of shit that he's doing,
sure,
it completely
and to be
changes.
clear, I have no idea what he's
my
doing. So to
opinion.
me, he's just kind of a weird fucking dude. I liked when he was yelling about
Yeah.
soccer. I don't like when he's talking about women at all.
Yes, hey, I completely agree. It was A, a shock, and B, sad coming back to look at all these clips from the podcast because I've not been cherry picking. There aren't very many clips that I could find that doesn't include True Geordie talking about his penis or how women would like it or his sexual experiences or making the guests talk about their sexual experiences. So it's not. I preferred him when he was shouting about Newcastle. From going back in this dive.
So far, me too.
But there is something worth mentioning at this point.
And that is that he's on the right side of history because Trump won. So I don't know how we're going to end this. He won the popular vote too, dude. True Geordie, he's just like us, man.
No, some of the stuff he's saying is wild, which we'll get to. But,
okay.
Or at least I think it is. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, we'll get there and you could decide, you know? So there's something worth mentioning at this point that unlike other YouTube podcasts that were like focused on influencers or interviewing like YouTubers like we've seen, they were getting some crazy guests, especially for a podcast that had just started up.
Right.
Saying that, a lot of these guests you're going to be like, who? Because they're crazy British guests.
Sure.
But the first one that I want to talk about is
that
Alan
bloke won
Shearer.
Dancing with the Stars. Sorry, Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
Holy.
The first person I want to talk about is Alan Shearer. Do you know that name, Stanz?
No, I don't fucking know that name, bro.
They are an ex-professional footballer.
Oh my God, can I embarrass myself? I looked and I thought it was the guy on the left. I'm like, he looks just like True Geordie. It's like, damn, they got a power lifter.
At least you have good takes. Because apart from that, I don't think there's much else behind the eyes.
Yeah,
today.
it's true. It's one of those days.
So if you don't have any idea who he is, what's great is, and something that the True Geordie podcast was really good at, is production level on these interview podcasts. You will get a great idea of what he's like and what he's been through, Alan Shearer, I mean, from this intro.
On the True Geordie podcast, the man I idolized for my entire childhood.
Was that actually True Geordie and Alan Shearer?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
Can you not tell? It looks just like True Geordie in my head.
Well, to be fair, the Alan Shearer that I see in my picture is bald, and so I'm just like trying to figure it out.
Sorry, you can't see that minus hair on the left. That's obviously Alan Shearer.
I see.
It looks just like him.
Jeff Bezos with a little beard on my left-hand side, and I can't show the people. And I see like very, very handsome soccer player man, shaved face here. And it makes sense because he's Newcastle. It all makes sense. I was just asking for a clarification.
Idolized for my entire childhood. He was the Newcastle and England captain and the all-time Premier League top goal scorer.
Oh, is he still? Can't be, right? All-time Premier League top goal scorer?
I didn't expect you to fact check me.
Sorry. I was just saying, he still is? That's crazy. Wow, that's very impressive.
And his name is Alan Shearer.
Oh my God, he was the human torpedo.
Yeah, so that gets you an idea of like the level of guest that it is, Alan Shearer, especially for True Geordie to be interviewing him as like the Newcastle guy, right?
Yeah. It'd be like if you were from fucking Akron, Ohio, and you got LeBron James to come on your podcast on episode 66, right? You're like, dude, I'm from Ohio. You're from Ohio. You're the top scorer in the NBA. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get that reference too. That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just trying to bring this to my American people who probably aren't watching a True Geordie fucking when did he go wrong?
That's
deep
what
dive.
I was thinking
I'm
as you made the reference.
Yeah, I'm trying
But I get
to
you.
speak my truth to the world.
To
This
the
is the
chat,
guy
at
you saw this guy and you're like, he looks just like him in that earlier picture, by the way.
Yes.
I don't see it, man.
Sorry, the exact same face. It's just he's got a beard and no hair. It's
Yeah.
like you're hair blind, bro. It's crazy.
If he doesn't have hair, I don't go there.
If you can call it a job, I'd have played football if I didn't get paid for it.
Oh.
Like, I don't think many men in Newcastle wouldn't let you sleep with a wife. Like, it's not.
He loves talking about fucking women and other people fucking
See?
women.
Yeah, makes
I mean,
everything
we're
sexual.
we're 30 seconds in. It's like the first thing we've seen him say.
That's one of the highlights we wanted to include. That was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm understanding him more now.
Numbers there, will
I bet you've had the offers, let's be honest. Would Neil Lennon agree with that?
Oh, he deserved it. He was stupid for headbutting my foot, wasn't he?
Yeah. Did you really chin Keith Gillespie?
Yes. And he deserved it.
I think there's one clip of him talking about sadness that I'm waiting for.
Okay,
that I
got it. No
thought-
worries.
I
He's
don't
just
know
talking
where
about
it is.
footy
You
stuff,
keep
and
on
I'm like,
waiting.
yeah,
you don't
totally.
need to get any of these references.
Totally, yeah,
It's
no,
just like-
totally. Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy deserved it. Really? So Bobby was a genius at man management. But because you're a footballer, because you have so much money, you're expected to handle everything. Well, sometimes footballers are normal as well, you know. I was always reluctant to say how it was and be as upfront and critical as I should have been, because
Why did you think it was?
well, because I thought if I'm going back into football, into management, and I'm criticising left, right, and centre on
Hey,
the TV,
all right.
and
I
I
don't
go
think it's in the intro. I really thought it was. There's like a clip that I remember that I was like, oh, that's definitely in the intro.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't
no
give a shit.
worries. We only have 2 hours. No, an hour 59 minutes left. I'm sure we'll find it somewhere in here.
yeah. We'll just watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant like in real time.
No,
I
no,
was
I
like,
meant
oh, we'll finish
this
the dive.
video to find it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be the rest of the dive, by the way. So
We're just gonna watch
about
about fucking Alan Shearer, the
Until he
number
gets
one
sad.
goal scorer in the Premier League.
Yeah. Another big hitter, Tyson Fury.
Oh.
Who I don't think I need to explain.
No, we know Tyson Fury. Kind of same archetype.
This week on the True Geordie podcast, it's the lineal heavyweight champion of the world.
AKA the Gypsy King.
Pause there because we don't need any more. And also, it's like a dude. Doesn't that get you hyped? I want to watch this fucking podcast now.
I would like to watch
sick.
the podcast. I think the intro with like clips and stuff is a really good idea.
Yeah, for sure. Then this next person is huge, but like almost only in the UK/Europe. But you have heard their name before, and I want to see if you remember where Robbie Williams is from.
Oh yeah, famous comedian. He was in Mrs. Doubtfire and Flubber. Unfortunately, killed himself. I have no idea who Robbie Williams is.
He's in Take That, Stanz.
I
He
don't
is
even know
from
what
Take That.
That is.
Gary Barlow.
Oh, the boy band from 2 days ago?
Yes!
This is another guy from that boy band?
Yeah, I did tell you about him. He is like the biggest person from that boy band. He left and joined and left and joined. And he's like a multi-platinum selling artist, absolutely huge. He just literally never broke out into the US. I know you have no idea who he is.
Yeah, but he was huge for you guys.
I'm trying to think, chat, maybe can help me. What level do you think for a US celeb that we could compare Robbie Williams to? Because you would know his songs Angel and Rock the DJ. He wouldn't. That's what's crazy. We've talked about Angels before on this
Never heard
show. And I sang it to him.
Timberlake? There's no way he's a Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Yeah, a very similar. That's actually a perfect example. He's that level. and also was in a big boy band that then he left and had the successful solo career of.
I see.
He's that level in the UK. Yeah,
I didn't even know who
example.
Tyson Fury was. I'm lost. That's very funny.
And he's also really big in Europe as well.
Right, I'm hearing these huge in Germany and Switzerland.
It's literally just
the US was a big blind spot for him. Sorry, can you say his name is Robbie Williams?
His songs are like great, and it's not like he's going, "Oh boy, do I love tea and football in it."
Vegemite,
like
bro.
It's relatable, so I don't understand why you wouldn't want to sing Angels. Just, no, because it'll get the VOD muted. I was going to say you should listen to Angels because I've told you about it and we have listened to it before, but in your own time,
in my
go
own
and listen
time?
to Angels because it's really good.
I won't.
There's controversy about Angels, by the way. Apparently,
I'm in.
An Irish songwriter wrote it and then like didn't get any credit for it or something.
I'm sorry, you're telling me that a pop star stole a song from a struggling writer?
But there's like so much like evidence and stuff, and the guys talks about it, and Robbie was just like, "No, I wrote it actually."
Yeah,
and
it's classic.
It's so funny. Sorry, this is the podcast.
Got it. And this is him. This is Robbie Williams.
Yes.
This week on the True Geordie podcast, the biggest selling male artist in British music history, and his name is Robbie Williams.
I've spent the whole summer with you guys, literally on tour. Every podcast that's come out, I've watched beginning to end. I'm a huge fan.
He's a huge fan of the True Geordie podcast?
Yeah, unironically as well. He reached out to them to start to like come on the podcast. How crazy is that?
Interesting. Yeah, that is crazy. And this is all relatively early into the run. Are they doing weekly, bi-weekly? What's the deal?
Yeah, as close to weekly as they can, I think.
Right. Yeah, maybe a couple skips.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like, imagine you start a podcast and Justin Timberlake's like, "Dude, I have to come on."
Yeah,
I love
been
it so
listening
much.
to the podcast all the time in between shows. It is crazy.
Yeah. So again, this is to clarify the levels that True Geordie's at.
Right.
With the podcast.
That his guests are actually huge. Is he huge? Like, do people on the street, are they talking about True Geordie around this time?
In the YouTube scene, yeah. Like, he's not like UK famous, but he is online famous. Like,
got it.
If he uploaded a podcast episode that didn't get like close to 1 million views or hit 1 million views, it would be bad for him. Like, 1 million was like his floor.
Mm-hmm.
His
That's a fuck ton of
Ricky
people,
Gervais
to be
interview.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
With fiction, we create our own heroes and villains as role play for the soul, so no one really gets hurt. But when you go through those things, your body doesn't know it's not real. When you cry at a fiction, you're crying. Yeah. You're really crying.
I think you make me cry worse though, because you've brought me so many laughs that I'm more emotionally connected to you as a friend.
This music and the way they're doing this with a little bit of like reverb or echo, whatever they have, is so funny.
So the music, I'm pretty sure is. Wait, is it from The Office? I think it's from The Office. Is it The Office theme tune in the UK? I think it is.
I know, man.
I'm not a huge Office head, so that's why I had to Google the other thing. Yeah, I know that's the American one. I recognize that
we have
one.
cultural staying power, baby. We don't need fucking Robbie Williams.
Yeah, it's the theme. Yeah, that was the UK Office theme that's playing, and he is the guy that wrote The Office. If you don't know,
Yeah, of course. And True Geordie loves The
UK
Office,
one.
and I assume would love Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. So this was like for him peak of his career. This is like the highest of highs.
We stan Acaster, who's not a big Gervais fan.
I fucking hate Ricky Gervais. Absolute fucking dog water piece of shit. Boycott, cringe, bad.
How could you say that? He's crying over this puppy right now, dude. It's disrespectful.
Afterlife is maybe one of the worst things ever, even if he wasn't a transphobe.
Okay.
Like, if he was a great guy, I would be like, dude, Afterlife is so fucking bad. It's great that he's a piece of shit, so I can be like, oh yeah.
It makes it
Afterlife's
easier
really
to
bad,
critique
and you're a piece
or
of shit.
criticize the things he did. Okay, got it. You know,
Isn't
Rochelle and
that
I's
Derek?
first date was to a Ricky Gervais movie. Can you guess what
really?
it is? Based
the
on my
invention of lying.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's supposed to be. I've seen it in YouTube clips, and I've heard really bad, bad movie.
Yeah, it's not great. There's a couple funny moments, but it's not that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it holds a place in my heart. You know how Zuckerberg did Get Low? I have to do a scene from Invention of Lying for our anniversary, maybe. I have to
Is
get
it the
Gervais
one
out there.
Where you convince a girl to have sex with you because she doesn't know what no means, or
It's
the world's gonna end, or whatever the fuck it is.
Similar. He does do World's Gonna End. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's great. It's sorry. Yeah, we don't need to talk.
We don't need to talk about it. It's just crazy.
There was other so as well as celebs, he was interviewing like interesting people. For example, a London hitman gangster.
That's sick.
This week on the True Geordie podcast, we have a man who is described as one of the baddest men in the country, a hitman with his own firm.
I don't like the way he says country.
Connections to some of the
That's
most
his
notorious
accent, bro. That's you can't. Go on.
I don't
Give
like
him that
it.
one.
I don't like it.
killers this country has ever seen. It's Bobby Cummins. At one time, one of the most dangerous men in the country.
Dude, that's so
I'm
sick.
sorry. I thought you were. So I found this really funny.
Yeah.
Because you listen to him at the start and he's like, he's one of the killers in the country. And then it starts, he's like, so how are you doing, Mr. Man?
Oh, that's what you're like. I'm just laughing at who the guy is.
That's the biggest contrast ever. Go back and listen again. But yeah, he is very small and in the corner. It's funny.
It's Bobby Cummins. At one time, one of the most dangerous men in the
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is, but I get it. Yeah.
One time. It's so funny. Say it with your chest, bro.
He doesn't want to get killed, dude.
country.
Yeah.
Who's been known to associate with people such as the Craze and do some pretty bad things, mate. But sitting looking at you now, you come across as a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
It's one of those things. It's quite strange, but after reading up on your life and deciding,
Dude, this does make me want to watch this episode like badly. It seems so sick.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like all of these episodes, for example, England's Wolf of Wall Street, they're like really interesting interviews with crazy people that I didn't even know I wanted to know the story of until I watched the intro and I was like, fuck, this is sick.
Yeah, like the 20 seconds actually set you up to like really want to see the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent you the next one, by the way.
Oh, sorry. England's Wolf of Wall Street.
So at this point, you're in a Las Vegas hotel room with your newly married lesbian wife.
married by Elvis.
Yeah. A cocaine hyped hooker. And the weird thing is, you haven't come yet. Right?
Now, what a way to start a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I need a little more context to understand that one, but fair enough. They're loving it.
Sorry, what more context do you need?
I'm just trying to understand why he's married a lesbian woman, what the hooker's doing there, why he hasn't come, why it's really important for him to come. Mostly those are my questions.
Yeah, sorry, you need more context to want to watch the episode. I think that's all the context you need. I want to find out those things. I need to watch the whole episode.
Fair enough.
Do you not feel like that?
I do not give a shit about this episode, not even a little bit, no.
What?
Are you kidding me? We had an actual interesting person who's like fucking killing people in the streets, and this is like, hey, guy who scammed people, did you fuck a lot and do a lot of cocaine? I truly do not give a shit about the England's Wolf of Wall Street.
That's crazy. You hear that intro and you don't want to hear the rest of it is insane to me.
It's just me. It's just me.
Boo.
I have at least one believer in chat.
Okay. He also interviewed a like really young poker player.
The True Geordie podcast, mate.
£10 to 5.7 million. Holy, that's a great title.
Original guests. Something a bit different. Today.
Why is he just slurping on a smoothie? Is this what I sound like when we're trying to record stuff and I'm just slurping?
Yep.
This is awful.
This is also like much earlier on than some of the other ones that I've sent.
Sure. Yeah, episode 33.
You can tell how unprepared and bad they are.
Yeah.
Keep listening. Original guests. Something a bit different. Today, it's a poker player. Charlie Carell. I like
Nicely dramatic.
Coming on, man.
I like how I said that as if he's like a zoo animal, and I'm like, it's an elephant.
In his natural habitat.
Yeah.
22, aren't you?
23.
23. I checked the old...
Bro.
Unless his birthday was yesterday. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I didn't think really young being 23. There's like a fucking 3-year-old that's about to get his Grandmaster nomination in chess that I've been watching. This is not a young guy. That's crazy.
Well, it's young to the amount that he's like.
Sure,
doing
yeah,
well
5.7, but even then, it's like 23.
And for poker as well, like 20 years old is pretty good, right? Like, I think that's when he got the millions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's more interesting than the guy who's coming.
You're being a generational hater, Stanz. I don't know what happened.
You showed me the God ones. It's like, hey, this guy scored more goals than literally anyone in the history of ever. This guy's the heavyweight champion of boxing. This guy has sold more tickets to British fucking concerts than anyone in the world. And then it's like, he's a slightly young poker player. I don't know who this guy is. I don't care.
Okay, we'll move on then. I'm just trying to show you that he's been doing a lot of things. I'm showing you the variety of.
He does have a variety of guests,
interviewing.
and they are, I think, on some level interesting.
I don't know what I've done wrong by showing you things that he's doing.
You're getting mad at me for not being excited by this guy.
It feels like you're getting mad at me for.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not
recommending them. I'm like, here's this guy. You're like, bro, this guy he's not even that young. Like I was the person that fucking. That did the interview. I'm just sending the thing.
Hey, this clip is worth it because he goes 23 or 22. Aren't you? He goes 23.
Yeah,
so we're good. We got the clip we wanted.
Okay. Well, we can move on from talking about the podcasts because A, that's the last one, and B,
he's crushing the game.
hates them.
He's interviewing whoever he wants in a variety of different topics, and they're getting millions of views, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy successful. Not crazy because I'm surprised. It's just like it's crazy for him. Good for him. He's getting tons of views.
Yeah, and there's reason for him to be getting them because of the level of people that he's bringing on.
Yeah, you would actually want to like hear these people's stories.
So going back now to his sports/commentary side, Geordie had kind of cemented himself as the like YouTube sports broadcaster. So when Weller needed someone to commentate his boxing fight, you know who he got to call.
Yeah, it was just obvious. I got to get True Geordie. Punch him, Joel! You got to punch him, Joel!
Not this one.
I know, but it just makes me think about it.
We can skip forward to the when he like starts commentating.
So let's meet the contenders.
They call man false names. I can play anywhere and I shine. I got more than a lot.
In a
my name, but
all right, here it is. It's YouTube's first ever big boxing fight. Joe Weller, Theo Baker.
God, even just hearing that is crazy, huh? YouTube's first ever big boxing fight. It just feels fake. But 7 million views. Jeez.
It was the first
Ions
one.
Become rivals.
Okay, I gave you the rules in the dressing rooms. I want a good, clean fight. Keep your hands up and protect yourself at all times. Let's go. You ready?
Round one.
You ready? Fight.
And we're going to be interested to see who presses the action first. Who's got the self-belief? And it's Joe Weller coming out swinging early doors. Oh, he's
where was this Joe, dude? It's fucked up. This is not the time or place to talk about this, but it's like he was so scared against KSI, man.
Yeah, it sucks. Hey, hopefully there's a boxing fight in the future for Joe Weller.
No, I hope there's not. What are you talking about? No, I do not want to see Joe Weller boxing.
To show this potential.
No, he's already had too many fights.
2.
Yeah.
And one of them, well, okay, sorry, 3, but 2 of them shouldn't count.
Yeah, but he looked bad in 2 of those 3.
Yeah. And one of them was against Theo Baker, so.
True.
Okay. Then moving forward a little bit, this might seem strange, but it'll become relevant later.
Okay.
A certain someone films sorry, let me try that again.
No, let's take time.
A certain someone films a dead body.
Classic.
We've
Logan
never
Paul.
you know that this happened, but I don't think we've ever talked about it in a YouTube video because it's never been relevant.
That's true. It was so long ago, and it's kind of a thing that everyone just knows.
Yeah, which is crazy. I think people might be shocked that you know without me having to tell you.
Man, if you had to pick, and this can't go in the YouTube video, like the things from YouTube that transcended that people will remember about them, it's definitely like Logan Paul's Suicide Forest. It's probably PewDiePie and the Bridge.
Yeah, probably the Bridge. I was gonna say I think the PewDiePie Nazi stuff is maybe more well known because of the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, fair enough. But for me, like a semi-online guy who just didn't watch YouTube, it's like the Bridge stuff, right? And
For sure.
then I don't know. Yeah, Colleen in the ukulele, maybe, but I think it's just recent. Maybe there's
I think
not
that's
even a
because we
third
were
one.
online. I think that's because you had.
Yeah, but there
like,
was so
me
many
telling you
jokes
things by
about
that
like
point.
funny musical apologies. I can't think of another one.
Well, I think if I asked my mum, she would definitely know about the body,
Mhm.
The Logan Paul. She would maybe know PewDiePie did some weird shit.
Mhm.
She would have no idea about anything to do with the ukulele or Colleen.
I think that tracks. I think that there's like two big ones, and then
Yeah.
nothing after that.
She might know about some of the Mr. Beast shit that's happening recently. I think
That could be
that's
the big third
enough.
thing.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like you said, that doesn't have to be for the YouTube video, but it's
Yeah.
interesting to.
I don't like saying PewDiePie's name in
use.
YouTube videos. It just does. It's not good for me, man.
PewDiePie, Tabuscus,
I
Mr.
think
Beast,
it
Logan Paul.
rules that he's drawing a lot, and it's cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Kansas mom comments
So-
on a lot
sorry.
of the YouTube videos, Brooke. So she could be here right now.
She does. I think she stopped recently.
She did. When I was a smaller YouTuber, she was actually giving me some momentum.
Yeah.
Now that I've kind of made it, she's like, "Fuck this guy."
I think we changed, Stan. We've.
She doesn't like all the
us
drama.
anymore. No. So sorry, I bring up the Logan Paul thing because True Geordie made a video on it.
Oh, interesting. Logan Paul exploits dead body. Oh, and he's crying. Oh my God. Okay, well, trigger warning.
It does it for us, you know.
What was that?
It does it for us. We don't even need to.
Yeah, it was crazy. I actually have
YouTube's
never seen
built
that on
one in.
YouTube, which is sick.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
Fuck him. How can this benefit me, you fucking prick? I wasn't planning on making a video the day, but yeah, sometimes you just fucking have to, unfortunately. I'm in bed, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, and I see this video pop up, everyone's banging on about Logan Paul. This kid's a big fucking YouTuber in America, just a douchebag, jock, he's not hurting anyone, you know, he's a
Dude, he's hitting the multicam for like a talking head video? This is crazy.
Yeah.
idiot,
I'm
but
not
who
sure
cares?
why.
Yeah, it did not add to anything, but
no.
power to him.
I was collating these videos on stream, so I've already said this, but people usually only use multicam to like hide cuts.
Yeah.
But throughout this video, he does jump cuts and zooms and stuff like that. So, but nothing to do with the multicam. Like he doesn't use that in any way.
Right.
And then he'll sometimes just cut to the multicam in the middle of a sentence
Like that.
for like 2 frames for no reason. It's crazy. The editing is wild, but that we don't need to talk about that.
I
'cause
won't
we're not here
talk
for
about
that,
it again.
but-
It's his creative
No, you're
decision.
okay.
not hurting anyone.
The thing that I want to talk about, he's cut to it again.
Yeah.
Is so True Geordie is uploading this on his True Geordie channel, which is the same channel that has the podcast. It's all in the same place.
Okay.
He posts a variety of content on there. Sometimes it's just like this as a talking head. Sometimes it's like a different series. He started up True News eventually, which was just him and Lawrence talking about like events and things that were going on and giving their takes on them.
And that's on this channel as well, True News?
Yes, all of everything basically that True Geordie made would live on here, apart from a couple of different shows, but we're not there yet, so we'll get onto that later.
Okay.
But just so you have context, this is the same channel. The podcast, everything is all in the one place.
Got it. Oh, Rochelle's here.
Ooh.
What up? Are you hungry? Not really, no. Got it. Thank you. Almost got a sandwich.
No, but you're not hungry.
I'm not hungry. That's the problem. I couldn't lie. Sorry, where were we?
We were just watching this video.
Oh,
Stanz, you should get a 2-cam stream for sure. Just cut to it randomly.
I
Set it on,
had
like, an
a
interval.
second cam. God, this is way before your time. This is like 3 houses ago. It was just a second webcam, so I could do like the Office bit where I look directly into the camera from the side. It was so stupid. I did it for like 2 days. It was kind of funny, but basically I had a webcam on one monitor and a webcam on the other, and I would just swap back and forth while looking left and right. It was very funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say doing that, but like adding a Vine boom is like that would be peak for. Like,
yeah, that's classic YouTuber.
Everyone's disgusted in him. I was thinking, what, he's made another shit video? No, it turns out he's done something where I have to fucking make a video about it. I never thought I'd be saying this on a video, but the kid has went into a forest in Japan because it's known for suicides.
Saying I never thought I'd be talking about this in a video because it is actually something you never thought you'd be talking about. It's not that he never thought he would have to. It's because it is so bizarre, makes the language choice so weird to me. Never thought I'd have to talk about this. Aliens came down from the moon and probed Donald Trump. It's like, well, yeah, of course you didn't. That's
like
not
he's
a
been
thing.
thinking about it daily, but he's like, I don't want to make a video on it, but I've been thinking about
I'm
it.
so glad people haven't done this because I don't want to have to make a video on it, but they finally did it. Like he learned about it this morning.
Yeah.
Took the camera crew in there with it.
We can skip to, if you look at the most viewed, like just at the before the peak.
Oh, you want the first peak? Or
no, wait, where you were was great.
Okay. There we go.
So there's a reason why True Geordie was particularly affected by this. And you'll see as he gets more emotional, he will reveal it in videos as we go through. So I don't need to. Context will be given at some point, but not by me.
Got it.
And they don't deserve some respect or thoughts about what they would want or how they would feel to be a part of this. I get a lot of messages from people who are having mental problems and who are having life problems a lot, because in doing podcasts, what you give people is a conversation to be a part of. Some people are very lonely. And when people are lonely, they need time to be taken up by feeling like they're not on their own, and podcasts are really good for that. And that's why I did one on Christmas Day.
Tough video to watch.
Yeah.
Look, I just... I fucking care about people. I care about people. And it's sad when someone...
Damn, the vibe shift from the beginning when I'm like, ugh, he's just making this video because there's drama going on. Maybe something about me looking like introspective. To like where we are now where it's like, damn, I'm really glad he made this video. This is obviously personally affects him and he thinks he can like make a change in the world by addressing it and talking about it is like something really, really pure.
He has, as like a vibe as a YouTuber, very similar vibes to Joe. And I think that's why when they met, they like gelled really well, which is big, tough guy that is like able to show his emotions. It's like usually rare. Like it shouldn't be rare, but that as like a stereotype is both Joe and True Geordie were very open about mental health and very supportive and able to show their true feelings on things. It's one of the reasons why people like watch them and like them so much.
Right, it just felt different than maybe what they were getting in traditional media or even like YouTubers that they liked.
Yeah.
It's sad when someone...
Not to step all over him, but we can move on. Okay. So this is going to be, it's a roller coaster of emotions. There is a reason that we've talked about this here, because we're getting back into the boxing scene.
Okay.
And obviously, you know that at some point Logan Paul is involved in this boxing scene.
Yeah. Dude, if you told me that Logan Paul's first fight is True Geordie, my mind...
that would be fucking amazing.
Sick.
It is not.
Yeah.
But just so you know, this has happened. I'm telling you in chronological order. So,
got it.
The next thing that happened that was like notable was KSI and Weller have their fight, and True Geordie is the commentator.
Right. Joe, punch him, Joe. Joe, you gotta punch him.
We can hear that right here.
Hook by JJ. Another jab by JJ. Joe not answering. Joe hasn't thrown a punch yet. Joe needs to start throwing. Joe needs to throw. Joe needs to throw a punch.
You can pause. Go back at the last Joe needs to throw a punch.
Yeah.
You can hear him pull the mic away and
He's
just like
standing
try
up
and
to,
say
like,
it
look
to
in.
Joe.
Hey, Joe, you gotta throw.
He's no longer commentating.
Joe not
He's just saying
Joe
it to
hasn't
him.
thrown a punch yet. Joe needs to start throwing. Joe needs to throw. Joe needs to throw a punch. And he does.
I wish we could see him there because he's definitely just staring at Joe, trying to get his attention. To
Yeah,
throw
I mean, he
a punch.
stands up a little bit for sure, right? Because he's getting away from the microphone.
So at this point, it felt like Geordie was maybe had been grandfathered in to this. As he was there he was in the Sidemen charity match, which I think got him then to do. Plus, he was really good friends with Joe Weller, so he did the Joe Weller Theo match. Having both of those in his bag basically meant he was the perfect person to then mediate and commentate the KSI Weller boxing fight.
Totally.
So when it came to KSI versus Logan Paul, now that Weller wasn't involved, there was less of a draw for Geordie to be the commentator.
Right. He might actually have to work for it, try and kind of work his way into it versus just being like the guy who commentated Joe's first fight. He's going to commentate another one. They're friends. He'll probably do it for a good rate. He's popular on the internet. Maybe Logan wants someone different, someone more prestige.
Yeah. So they did 2 press conferences for KSI and Logan Paul. One of them was in LA. And as you can imagine, the Pauls went fucking crazy and dominated, and the crowd was going wild and hating KSI.
Sure.
But then there was a press conference in London. And this was mediated. I say mediated, definitely put that in quotation marks because not very well, by True Geordie. And as you can imagine, Logan Paul wasn't very well received in London.
Right. They kind of have their own home territory.
Sit down. Let's do some questions. Don't throw anything. Calm down, all right? Fucking hell. All right.
Hey. This wig is crazy.
The wig is crazy. I've skipped a lot that I think we're going to cover in the KSI dive a little bit more.
Okay.
Just because there is so much that happened in this. There's so many references. At one point, Logan Paul's dad gets brought up, and JJ says, "Stop kissing a bunch of young girls," and starts around with him, and there's nearly a fight. The crowd are throwing things at Logan Paul.
Right,
it's
we can
not
hear
going
True
very
Geordie
well.
saying, "Please stop throwing things."
Yeah, and then this happens.
Oh.
Honest. Fuck you, Logan. Fuck you, Logan. Fuck you, Logan. Fuck you.
Damn, he looks so different.
You, Logan. Fuck you, Logan. All right.
How you feeling, bro?
Is that lip quivering?
Hey.
Is that lip? How's that lip?
Hey, I would love to sit here and answer your questions.
All right,
I feel like KSI addressed everything.
All right, JJ.
London, I'm out. I'll see you August 25th.
Logan. Where you going, bro?
And he just leaves. That's it.
Oh,
Walks out. The whole Paul group leave London, and they clearly were not happy with how things went.
Right, it was an adversarial area. They got theirs in LA. They had to take it on the chin in London, and they can move on to the fight.
Yeah, but they didn't take it on the chin, to be fair. They left, as you can tell,
how
very
long are
early
they?
on.
I don't know how long they're supposed to stay. I actually don't really know for press conferences.
Well, it's usually maybe an hour, half an hour at the shortest, not like a 5-minute event where you're like, hey, now I've been thrown things at, so I'm just leaving. If you the comparison between these 2 press conferences was very similar. The LA one, KSI was treated exactly the same as Logan was here. And Logan just was like, yeah, I'm just going to go. So very cringe. Logan then gets really annoyed at the moderator, aka True Geordie, who apparently should have given him time to speak. He said that Geordie was biased against the Pauls, and so True Geordie made a response video.
Oh, another Logan Paul response.
Yes.
Please take your own advice. You hypocritical douchosaurus rex.
If you're one of my audience and you don't know Disney Channel language, it means he thinks I'm a cunt. I can't even argue. All right, I've listened to what you have to say, pal. Now you're going to listen to what I have to say. And I'm not going to bullshit everyone and make out like I'm perfect and you're the bad guy, because that's what every fucking YouTuber does. I'm happy to take responsibility of where I fucked up, but let's have it right. I want to give you credit to start off with. I think you're becoming incredibly skilled at PR. You're painting yourself out to be the victim so that win or lose in this fight, you're still going to win at the end of the day anyway. And that shows you're a smart lad and you're thinking about every single outcome. And I respect that. But still, you can make KSI out to be the bad guy all you want. Ultimately, you're going in there to punch each other square in the face.
I was just seeing where we were. I think I messed up a timestamp, but this is fine. We can just keep watching.
You got it.
Potentially knock each other out and give each other brain damage. Whatever.
We got to hear him say Cuntosaurus Rex, if that makes you feel better, or whatever.
Oh, that was
Rex.
intentional.
Yeah.
The next timestamp starts at 4:29, so we're a couple seconds.
Either of you say, nothing will compare to that. It's a fight. Fuck what each other's saying, in my opinion. It's all fair at this point. You call me a Logan Paul hater. Now, I understand why you think that. Because the first video that you ever seen of me was me screaming about something that you did and attacking you. My first impression of you was you laughing at a fucking dead body in a forest, a victim of suicide. Probably the worst first impression you can have in human fucking history. Sure. Yeah, I probably went fucking overboard. You probably misjudged me the way I probably misjudged you. You think I'm here to pick the bones. I'm a fucking another bloke at the carcass that was your career at that time, just trying to shove as many subscribers in the bag as I can, as everyone has the end of Logan Paul's life party. That wasn't what I was fucking involved.
Really eloquently put. I was saying, damn, these analogies, he's painting a very vivid picture, and it's like, yeah, Logan probably does think exactly that.
I'm a fucking sports YouTuber. I'm a podcaster. And I don't make videos and make a living off of other people's demises. I made that video out of pure hurt because I have people who look up to me and message me about feeling suicidal. And I've actually found someone the way you found someone. But I didn't react the way you did. And it brought memories back like it would have done for a lot of people when you put that video out. And I wasn't just speaking for me and my hurt, I was speaking for everyone else who would have felt that way about what you did. And I'm not bringing this up now to try and gain off of you or profit off of you, but you've brought up my previous actions to make me out to look a cunt. And I'm not having it. Now, according to the organisers of the event, you're stopping me from commentating this event, and I've built...
He's trying to ice him out? Excuse me?
A career and trying to be the sportscaster of YouTube, and now you get to take that away from me. This is your revenge, mate. For me making that video about you, you now get to stop me doing something I would love to do. You've got your revenge. Congrats. I hope it satisfies you. I hope it makes you happy. You say you're learning from your mistakes. I hope you are. Genuinely, mate. As man to man, I do hope you are. Because I don't envy the year you've had. In fact, I'll give you credit. It probably would have broken most people. So you must have some strength in you to fucking tolerate that. Because when everyone comes for you the way they came for you, it couldn't have been easy for you. But you called me a hypocrite. As someone affected by suicide, how am I supposed to forgive Logan for what he did when he can't forgive me for having a problem with what he did? Who's the fucking hypocrite?
This dive has been a roller coaster. I feel like I've been on the True Geordie side, I've been off the True Geordie side, and now I'm back on the True Geordie side.
Yeah, and everyone was at the time, and they were like, damn right, this guy spit in.
And to be
Logan
fair, you
Paul,
are
what the hell?
obviously a big fan of the UK YouTube scene, and so you're primed to be a Logan hater. I think everyone's probably a Logan hater at this point, or most people
at this point, for sure. Yeah.
But it's like you even more than most like get to relish in this victory of like True Geordie. Finally, someone tells him how it is. Yeah, it's like it's a good moment for the UK YouTube fan base.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Stanz, that happened next? As in, so Logan made a video, was annoyed. True Geordie has responded.
Yeah.
Who do you think makes a move next? What do you think they say? Have a prediction.
Okay. I think next thing we see is Logan Paul on the True Geordie podcast. Fucking hashing it out, man.
Okay. You are like a couple steps away. That does happen. That does happen. So you're not entirely wrong. I'll give you like half a point.
Okay, I'll take it.
What actually happens is maybe the most surprising part about this whole dive. Logan not only responds in like a pretty decent way,
he apologizes and he lets True Geordie be the commentator,
but he does it offline.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, Logan Paul called me? What the heck? It's been taken off the internet.
Oh, it stands.
Never mind. So back to Logan Paul.
Oh, are we back to fucking 2-pixel True Geordie? 140.
Your internet shit the bed. I don't know what
my
happened.
internet did shit the bed for sure because I was down to 140. Chad, are you still there?
I mean, I'm here, so I'm sure
That
Chat
shit
is.
still
I
is.
think-
I'm stuck at 144p, bro. Oh, there we go.
Calling us, finally going to get there. He got my number off of one of KSI's team, and I was like, Logan Paul wants to ring me. I was fucking shocked, to be honest with you, but sort of dubious. Paul wants to ring me. I was fucking shocked, to be honest with you, but sort of dubious, because I'm like, all right, because he's clever with the edits, this guy. I'm thinking, what's going to go down here? I better record this shit just in case. Everyone texted me who knew me went, you have to record this. You don't know what he's capable of. But to be fair, when he got on the phone, it was quite a long chat, actually.
It's unfortunate that that's how we have to get information across to each other. That's why I just wanted to call you and let you know where I was coming from and how I feel.
Now, in the past, when Logan's done something wrong, I've slammed him and done it fucking publicly. And I think it's only fair that when he does something right, I give him the same treatment. And to me, he did something right, yeah. He manned up, spoke to me on the phone, and...
They quashed the beef, bro.
They squash the beef offline, which is like the ideal way to squash internet beef, right?
Yeah.
You just take it offline, you talk to the person, and usually you have like some small disagreement that actually isn't that deep, and
Yeah.
one person was in the wrong. They
It's like
apologize.
Joe and
they
Elliott,
get
dude.
sorted.
All you got to do is get a phone call going. Yeah.
So crazy that person that did it was Logan Paul, right? That actually did what I feel like is the right move. And they squashed the beef, and that meant that True Geordie then commentated on the fight.
Oh, that's so sweet. Dude, what is my internet? Oh, give me the fucking premium. Oh, I don't have premium on this account. Logan, you gotta punch him, Logan. Logan, you gotta punch him. Oh my God.
All right, we can stop there.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't need to watch the whole fight, but you get an idea of his commentary.
Yeah.
Very similar to the other times that he's commentated.
Yeah.
But definitely not bad. It's entertaining, right?
Yeah, I think it's what a lot of people who maybe aren't like longtime boxing fans would want to hear. It's like he hits him again. He hit him with a
Yeah.
jab. Oh my goodness, the damage versus like exactly the footwork or something that maybe a boxing aficionado would want to hear.
Yeah. And now, around this time, True Geordie also makes some other YouTube channels. And the first one is one that we've talked about on this channel before. One of the first YouTube deep dives. I want to see if you can remember.
Ooh, like first ever, you and me?
One of the first, you and me.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So like years ago.
We talked about it, and so essentially, I have told you about True Geordie before in a video that wasn't the Joe Weller one. You have known about him before from this.
Yes. And I remember it because I specifically remember that during COVID, British YouTubers did a We Are the World style music video, and True Geordie was the lead singer.
Yes. How did you remember
I
that?
have
That's
no
crazy.
idea.
What
I
a
have
pull.
truly no idea.
The XO YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, it was like the weird ass Avengers. It was like,
yeah.
They made merch. Steven Tries.
Steven Tries and Will N.E.
Yeah. And wait, and Average Geordie? I'm sorry. True Geordie?
Average
True
Geordie.
I keep calling him that. I keep calling him that. I did it at the beginning of this dive too. True Geordie. Not Average
Yeah.
Jonas, True Geordie. Wow. They made a couple videos and then they stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I linked you the channel.
Oh, thank you. Damn, I completely forgot about all that. Holy, yeah, 5 years ago. They did mean tweets. Oh, they have
If
Lawrence
you go
too.
on popular rather than latest, because it fell off. But-
Yeah. Damn.
So
that's
it was
crazy
meant
that
to
they did
be
that.
like a Sidemen-esque YouTube channel, right? Like these people just collaborating. It was Will N.E., Stephen Tries, True Geordie, and Lawrence McKenna.
Yeah.
And it didn't go very well.
They just didn't have the same vibes. You know what I mean?
I don't know why it didn't go well. Like, what was the determining factor that it failed and they stopped uploading? Because the videos were doing okay. Like, there was something that clearly happened that stopped it from happening.
Right.
But whatever that was, we will never know.
Yeah. What a bummer. I mean, I think a bummer. As of right now, to me, that is a bummer.
Yeah. And then there was 2 channels that were sports related. We had one called The Pain Game, that was boxing and fighting oriented UFC stuff. Which
I did not mean to spoil. It's still going on today. Interesting.
Yeah, it's still going on today. However, it doesn't. If you go on oldest, it doesn't have any videos. Oh, sorry. Wait, this one does. Never mind.
Pretend that's not even. Hey, strike it from the
oldest.
record.
That's good,
Chief. Say again.
Click on oldest, and you can see this channel was made about 6 years ago. It was just a place where True Geordie could talk about boxing related things and build up an audience that was separate to the kind of podcasts that he was making.
Right, there was a little more variety. This is like specifically about fight sports.
And at this same time, he was already doing a show that was called The Kickoff, which, as you can tell, hopefully by the name, that is a football-based show.
That does make sense.
They would watch a Premier League game live and commentate as they're watching it. So it's like a watch-along party, essentially.
Someone in chat, just to give you a little spoiler, was like, oh shit, they're talking about everything, The Kickoff. And I was like, oh, I don't know what this means. So we're about to find out.
Yes, if I link you The Kickoff, and you go on to the oldest videos, you will see that there isn't anything past a year
ago. Oh, interesting. Okay. Got it.
Now, The Kickoff went through a lot of different phases and a lot of different, like, it was on YouTube for a bit. It was on Twitch for a bit, like when it was being streamed live. But there is a reason why we don't see anything past a year ago, and we will get there. But first, we have to talk about some of the controversies that True Geordie has gone through. One of which is maybe the funniest thing that we're going to talk about today, Stanz.
Okay, I'm excited for something really funny.
Yeah, this isn't like a controversy, but people were talking about it a lot. These DMs leaked of True Geordie messaging
someone said
a girl.
Eating poop rage. What is happening? There's no fucking way. These DMs from True Geordie can't be real. What the actual fuck? Are these real?
So before you click...
Sorry. I won't read it.
No, you're okay. Yeah. You can. I think all of this is fine for Twitch. For the YouTube, we will be blurring some things and maybe censoring some words, but I think we can go over this and it'd be fine.
Got it.
But these are confirmed real screenshots. Just so you know.
And we know, based on the way he talked to Joe Weller, that he might have a message with a bird on Instagram. You know what I mean?
He a little freak for real.
He's a little freak. He says, fuck, you can have whatever you want. Even if you tell me to remove my penis so you can have the bigger dick while I'm fucking you. I will obey no matter how humiliating that is because you can have whatever you desire. Okay, so he's got a humiliation kink. So maybe he leaked these. Want to know a secret? Tell me. I have a bigger dildo that I haven't used. Bigger?
He gets graphic with a lot of this.
Sure.
If there's ever a point that you want to stop, let me know. But I think it's all very funny.
If I need to. How did it feel having that big black cock inside you? Fuck. Does bigger feel better? A strike from the record. Fuck. Would it be okay if I sucked it after it's been in you? I'll deep throat it for you. Yeah, he really wants to be humiliated.
Yeah.
Badly.
I feel bad that the person that screenshotted this and shared it wasn't like brave enough to show her side, you know?
Right,
why is she removing things that she said?
Yeah.
But he can be like, maybe you could foot my ass and shit on me. Apparently, that's the only bit on that screenshot that we need.
I don't even know what to say besides like, hey man, different strokes for different folks, right?
Literally, yeah.
I got no problems with True Geordie at this point. It sucks that it leaked in this way. I'm sure that he didn't want it to.
Yeah. Now, this is out of the two big controversies.
Yeah.
As we said, this is the happy, funny one.
Sure, this is not even a controversy, really. It just sucks that he got leaked.
And this is the one that he responded to in the best way, in my opinion. However, he has since deleted it, which sucks.
Oh, bummer.
Which was a YouTube video of him and Lawrence going through the DMs, and Lawrence read it and would go, "So what do you think about this?" And he would like describe what he was feeling at the time and why he said it.
Wow.
And the best part about this is they got Steven Tries to roast him and write jokes.
That's so weird.
It's so fucking funny. Sorry, my link broke.
No,
Give me a
no worries.
second.
Why is Socratic method of handling controversy?
So there was a re-upload. It's not that great quality.
Sure.
But we can get the funny jokes in.
Right.
There's also the shit you can skip.
Oh, you've done there.
Thank
I've
you.
actually prepared a few.
Have you got some jokes there, Stephen?
Yeah.
That's
Just
perfect.
pause.
What, just on the off?
Because it's definitely supposed to be better quality than this, at least.
God, thank you. I didn't know how bad this re-rip was going to be.
Chance that you came down and...
I've looked in my little folder here and it says Brian Roast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the roast of True Geordie.
Brian's got a lot to get off his chest, and that's just from last night.
Very nice, man.
All of these are fucking bangers. This is honestly
Right,
maybe
okay.
Steven's best work, by the way, that we're about to witness. Is just they're so fucking funny.
I was surprised Brian asked me to come here today and roast him. Then I remembered he loves being humiliated by Big Dick. I recently spoke to your boxing coach, Vidal. He said, Geordie's a great student. He's always open to getting a few tips in the ring. Some Newcastle supporters...
This is a really... You were right. And this is a very good way to get through it. Something like kind of embarrassing leaks. You know what? Take it on the chin. Make a few jokes
Pardon
about
the pun.
it. Yeah, pardon the pun. Like, it is true. It is a thing that is true to him, right? It wasn't fake or anything. It is like, hey, this is how I talk to people. I have to own it, which is very... I respect that about him, for sure.
Yes, he could have ignored it. He could have said it was fake.
It was fake. Yeah,
like a lot of people were like, "Are they real? Like, there's no proof." And he went, "Yep, they're real, and we're gonna do a video and talk about it on the channel."
Yeah, which rules. It actually rules.
Yeah,
Plastic
we can keep
fan.
listening to the jokes because they're so.
All right, they were. Cheers, Mum, for providing that.
Wrong colour for me, apparently.
Yeah. Brian's messages are going to be made into an erotic novel. Look out on the shops for 50 Shades of Brown.
Do you know what? I think I would be pretty good at sex literature.
Yeah.
That was part of the reaction online.
I don't think you would, Brian.
And I've got to admit,
I've read what you wrote, buddy.
there were some people going, True Geordie's has written a fan fiction.
Apparently, you were really drunk when you sent those messages. Well, it's not the first time you've been shit-faced.
So
Brian
good.
loves gym girls, especially ones that can squat and curl one out.
So I can squat and what? Curl
Curl
one
one
out?
out.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, dude. He's really
That's so good.
honed in on the shit stuff.
Yeah, we can stop there just because we could watch
There's
this
another
whole
5
5-minute
minutes
video.
of it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure that this video was relatively recently deleted. Because there wasn't any backlash from him putting it out.
Right.
It was like everyone thought, well, my opinion anyway, was that it's fucking sick and what a great way to deal with the controversy. So at some point in between releasing it and then like people not really caring about it anymore, he must have like felt embarrassed.
Yeah, had a
or-
change of heart about what he wanted on
Yeah.
the internet about him, which he's fair enough. You can have that.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, it's a shame because it was like, first of all, this is proof you can't delete anything from the internet. It's still going to be there. The screenshots are still there. It's just, it shows that he's not as, I don't know, like confident about it. So it takes something away from the response, you know?
Yeah, some people in chat are saying maybe it was when he started working with DAZN that like maybe an employer didn't want the fact that this is out there, let alone him. But we know what kind of videos he's making. Maybe he does care about this. I would hate to make a judgment right here. Right now,
That
this
is fair.
video rules.
Yeah. Okay. We're about to get, speaking of videos ruling, we are now about to get into the big one.
Okay.
The controversy that fully cancelled True Geordie. I say fully cancelled because he still
He still makes
I'm
videos
talking
on
about, like,
7 channels, it seems like.
Yeah. I'm talking about like in the woke mind's opinion, you know, like people are like, oh, I don't like True Geordie now because of this.
Sure. Public sentiment changed because of this.
Yeah. And for this, we need to talk about someone that I despise, and I know that you do, Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah, I'm a Andrew Tate hater.
I think for the purposes of this dive, we need to give them a nickname so that we don't mention their name in the YouTube video, because I think YouTube started doing this new thing where if you mention a person, it like tells you in the description the people that are featured in this video.
Right, and you don't want
and
him
I
to be
don't
featured
want
in the
I don't want
video.
YouTube's algorithm to think that this is a video about this person.
Got it.
So I was thinking we could call him like Twinkle Toes or like Little Boy D-Doid or something.
Little boy what?
Little Boy D-Doid from the Joella deep dive.
I don't even remember that, dude. I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
Well, it could be anything. I'm just like just a silly little name.
Yeah.
Whatever you would like.
Midnight says that we should call him Drew Gooden.
No, because then we're going to be saying that Drew Gooden is saying the kind of stuff that this person would, and we
Kind
don't
of
want to do
funny
that.
when you think about it.
That's not. That's the opposite of that.
Kind of funny when you think about it. Just call him Andy. Just fucking say Andy, man.
Oh, that's boring. Boo.
Yeah, I just feel like saying
Toes.
Twinkle Toes is like, it feels to me like people will judge it as like fake internet activism. Oh, you call him a mean name. It's like, whatever, man. I actually don't care about him enough. We have to address him to talk about True Geordie. Call him Andy. Call him whatever you want. We move on.
Okay, well, we'll call him Andy then.
Yeah.
So, Geordie was actually arguing with Andy, but
why were they talking?
So he was technically on the right side of history, because so it's basically outside of the deep dive. I'm trying to lay the context of like, despite him going like somehow he managed to go against Andrew Tate and be the bad guy is like the outcome of this. So just so as a flash forward, just so you're aware of
That's wacky. I
what's
cannot
gonna
even
happen. I know.
comprehend how that happens, but we'll do it.
That is what happened, which is crazy, but we'll
Yeah.
see. So True Geordie was arguing against Andy. So you would imagine he's on the right side of history for this.
Yeah.
Basically, there was a ton of back and forth on Twitter. They were arguing. He talked about the business that Andy was doing, and there was talks of like a boxing match that was maybe going to happen
Between them?
Yeah, when I say talks, it's like one person was like, "Oh, I'd beat you in a fight." kind of
Sure,
vibe,
sure.
Not,
Not
like
like actually
anything
a
official.
real thing. Yeah.
Yeah. This was also around the time where Andy turned to Islam and became a Muslim.
Okay.
And around this, I noticed there was a lot of Islamophobia online about that.
Oh, no.
Because it was accepted that, oh, Andy is a bad guy. So now I can say a bunch of racist, Islamophobic things about that person because they're a bad guy, not realizing that that's obviously just not an okay thing to say.
Of course. It's starting to make a lot of sense to me now.
Yes. And so around this time, Geordie said this on a live stream.
He's going to say some slurs, probably.
See, from Aubameyang. Are you fighting Andrew Tate? Mate, come on.
Andrew Tate's got God on his side now. There's no way Brian would win that.
Although
his friend is always a little funny, man. So he's he's a cheeky little guy.
I would gladly blow myself up if I could take that fucking shitbag with us.
That's the use of a stereotype there, which is obviously not what he.
I'm just saying, if he really wants to prove it, do the right thing.
Ooh.
Let's see how
it's a stereotype.
Let's see how about that life you really are.
Dude, he's trying to walk him back.
Lawrence is trying to save
he's
it,
like,
yeah.
hey, that is not a thing we say on this. And he goes, no, this is the thing I say. And he goes, just a joke, a real negative thing. And he goes, no, I really want him to do that.
Yeah.
That's tough. Lawrence's
makes
wife
it
is
worse.
Muslim. That is tough.
Yes. I was just
sorry.
about
I was
to
just reading
say that.
Yeah.
It makes it worse when you learn that Lawrence is married and has a child with a Muslim woman. And so the fallout from this was he lost all his sponsors that were public. They literally like put out statements saying, we have cut all ties, terminated contracts, don't want any association with him. This is the reason why the kickoff doesn't have any videos prior, because they were all sponsored by all of these. Like, there was a betting company that sponsored them for a bit. There was other companies, and they were all like, please remove all content. We want no association with you whatsoever.
Right.
So he lost obviously sponsors on the main channel as well, not just the kickoff, all of the podcast sponsors. Everyone was quite rightly batting against him on this, and then True Geordie and Lawrence get on an episode of their podcast to apologize, which has since been deleted. So
both have been deleted. Obviously, this has been deleted. Yeah.
You might get to see why. This has been
not even
deleted,
going to apologize.
Well, he does
Aware of
apologize.
it.
This clip is obviously 2 minutes of the like 50-minute podcast.
Sure.
And I have like, if you take just this 2 minutes, it's pretty all right. Like, there's not anything that he says he apologizes is what I'm saying.
I see.
It's the other things that he also says in the same podcast that makes it feel like it's not a real apology and he doesn't really understand.
That makes sense.
So we'll watch this and I'll give some more context.
Fucking horrendous, you know. It was one of those off-the-cuff remarks that I made with a total lack of thought, and I used an unrealistic stereotype to take aim at someone who seriously dislikes me. Obviously, I don't believe that's what Muslims actually do, and I don't actually want Mr. Potato Head to die, as much as I don't really like him. It was a very stupid thing to say. It was an idiotic joke, one I'm sorry for, you know. For me, knowing that is like, when Lawrence's son was born, it meant a lot, you know, to me. And to think that anyone would think that that's like a thing that's in me, when I have so much like love for your family. It was just such a stupid moment, you know, and that's when I thought about people like Gib, you know, like people who I do rate and respect, who would think and see that and think, what is he?
I'm gonna pause right here. So far, like, hey, decent apology. Yeah.
The worst thing he's doing here, in my opinion, is him making it about himself.
Yeah.
But that's like, it's not. I wouldn't like pitchforks hate him for apologizing, but making him about himself.
Totally.
It could be better, but it's not the end of the
It's
world.
also like what he did in the past, right? He makes it about himself with the Logan Paul thing. It's what people kind of like about him, is that he talks about like his relationship to a lot of these things. So far.
In that sense.
Yeah, because that's not. It's just not who I am, you know, and
it's really unfair to judge a person's apology by a person that might have been hurt, like staying around them, right? Just because Lawrence is there doesn't actually mean anything, but like marketing wise and psychologically, it does kind of work on me, right? When he can talk about like Lawrence and his family and how much he means to them and cry, and Lawrence can sit there and nod, and it's like, okay, wait, is he walking down this road of like getting forgiveness from the people that he's actually hurting most? I don't know.
Realize that, you know, I'm a cocky guy and I say a lot of silly jokes, and I love myself.
Maybe don't compare it to a silly joke.
To a degree, and I get lost in that sometimes.
And sometimes you enjoy upsetting people.
No, I absolutely do, and I'm not disputing that, you know. Like, and unfortunately, classing yourself as somewhat a semi-comedian who wants to make people laugh, I accept that every single video that goes out, I'm going to piss.
And they deleted this one too?
So this whole entire podcast episode is deleted, and there is, just for context for you, so you know how I found these quotes, there's a meme edit of the podcast that it's not even a good meme edit. It's really bad.
And you had to watch it to get any
I had to watch it to get the quotes of like the the bad things that he said that I was like, because I watched this and I was like, I understand that it's not the best apology, but I was also like, how is this a full podcast episode? Because I remember it being like 50 minutes long, right? So I was like, there must be other things that they said that was the reason it's deleted. And there were. So what the video we just watched is missing is the parts of the episode where he deflects and defends the joke. He says, these are quotes, "I make ignorant jokes like this all the time," which is not... that doesn't make it okay. That's crazy.
Yeah,
don't make them then.
No, you don't get it. I drive drunk all the time, officer.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? What are we doing here?
And he also says, "I dated a Muslim girl once, and she was surprised I was into her because I look like one of the guys that would bully her in high school."
I dated a Muslim girl once is crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's like, don't even say it. On this 2 minutes that I've seen is like, you know what? Okay, I would like to see you do the work and prove that you don't have this hate in your heart by like the things that you were going to do next as an apology. And as someone who, it's not me who accepts this apology. Like, I am ready to see the next thing. But to then have a longer episode where you're like, and also I love Muslim food. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. Yeah, like, Jesus.
He also ended the episode with, and I'm not kidding, "So hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to the True Geordie podcast."
Yeah.
And it's like, it's there isn't even a beat between him like talking about the hard hitting stuff and then that. It's like in the same sentence. They don't ever stop talking about it.
That could be
the
like
end of the video,
Pavlovian. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, video's over. Like sometimes.
No, the way he's saying it is almost like he knows kind of how stupid he's saying it. It's how stupid it is in the moment, which is like, don't even make it as like a joke if that was the intention, right? That's not the place to do it. So the video has been deleted. The podcast episode has been deleted because it got such a bad backlash. And if anything, it drew more. Like if there was any sponsors that were still around, it drew way more attention to it, and more people hated him and didn't want him to have a platform. Hence the cancelling. You know. Somehow he started a beef with Andy and ended up being the bad guy. Because then that obviously gave them a big, oh, this guy hates religion, and he can go on huge tirades, and you know, it was not a good situation. As well as all of his sponsors going, this eventually led to the whole cast of the Kickoff leaving all at once. Which
was
is
that because
also
sponsors left, or did they leave for like personal reasons? I guess
no, they all definitely. I think that with the speed that they left, I think it was like they were already wanting to leave, and then they were. I think there was maybe some money issues where Geordie was getting a big slice of the pie for the kickoff, and they wanted some. So whatever it was, very, very quickly they leave and start up their own channel called The Club.
Oh, interesting.
It's a time
very interesting.
Which, yeah, if you go onto videos and go onto Oldest, their Oldest is also 1 year ago. Because that's when they started, and that's when the Kickoff got a new cast, and True Geordie carried on and desperately tried to get new sponsors and stuff like that.
Right.
So after the awful response on his apology, he deleted it and uploaded this podcast episode.
Oh, okay. True Geordie talks Islam with Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawa. I don't should I know these people, or is he's going to do an intro? Huh?
He does a bit of an intro. One of the people isn't even here when they start the podcast, which is crazy. Like he's running late or whatever, but they had to get started, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. Weird.
This whole podcast is basically two people who are obviously experts in their field explaining basically why it's not okay and why Islamophobia exists and is kind of like... especially in the UK, I know you guys in the US also have a problem with it, where it's like it's almost accepted as like just an okay thing, and or at least a lot more than some other things. And they have a big, long conversation, which obviously we can't just watch
2 hours
here.
and 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, you can press play to watch the intro to get an idea of what's going on, but...
Welcome back to True Geordie podcast. Today's guest is Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawa, who is just, we're waiting on him, but he'll be here. He's on the way. Thanks for coming, bro.
Thank you very much for having me.
I appreciate it. It's funny, I've been recommended a lot of people to talk to, and your name was right at the very top of the list.
Naturally.
No, truth be told, because and when I watched your videos, I was like, okay, I get this, because I like your style. You just had Jordan Peterson on. You ask good questions. You talk about a lot of the same topics as me, but you come at it from obviously a different angle. And with everything I've been through lately, having someone like yourself on, I really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you very much.
So
interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, now I will say that this video was, at least for the people that were still around, was much better received. It was, it has done really well. Like, it's got a couple million views or whatever. And it was a good conversation, I think. But I think most people, even if they were still here, felt like it was a little too late, you know?
Right. This is, I mean, generally, this is a great opportunity. When you do something like this, you kind of need to sit back and listen and be like, okay, let me try and understand. And I can see a world where this is actually a very appropriate response. Not knowing what they talk about, but maybe it is too little too late.
If you go down to the comments, you can see a lot of people are like saying that this is a good response. They're happy with this. But I'm trying to, I think a lot of people had already left. So I don't think those people, like, I think most people are already like,
audience,
True Geordie's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't think they stuck around after the apology to even see that he did this video. So nonetheless, he'd already lost the sponsors. It didn't undo any of the consequences of what he'd previously said. And eventually, even Lawrence leaves.
Oh, that's really sad.
So,
I mean, I'm not the one who determines if that's sad, but it's like looking at it as an outsider, it's like, oh man, they've been doing it the entire time.
Yeah, for True Geordie, it's got to be sad. Whether that's like a
shit for Lawrence, I'm sure it's sad. You know what I mean? That this happened. Yeah.
And it, I don't want to speak. Hey, maybe this isn't the dive. This is just my thoughts, because fucking people don't like when I give an opinion.
I love to hear your thoughts, even if they don't make it into the YouTube video.
I think this very much changes the, you know, you were saying like, oh, the way that True Geordie's talking to Lawrence in this, he's like saying he's really sorry to Lawrence, and that it affects how I view their apology because this other person is like taking it.
Call me a simpleton, but there's definitely something there. For sure.
It lessens that for me, knowing that he's no longer associated with.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I believe that, I have to believe the opposite of that means something as well. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
like, oh wait, Lawrence is no longer around. Oof, that makes me feel a certain kind of way. No, completely agree with you. But for the YouTube people, Kant said something cringe and we cut it out. Ugh, don't believe anything he says for the rest of this.
Yeah. This is now a big aside, but it's something that I wanted to talk about, and this is in chronology. Chronology, I think that's the word.
Chronological order, sure.
This is in chronology what happened next. So it's just, honestly, it's not a controversy. It's just beef, and I think it's really funny. It just happened to be what happened after he got cancelled.
Okay.
So TLDR, this is about Conor McGregor.
Okay.
He did an interview where it seemed like he was on something, like drugs.
Yeah, that's every interview Conor McGregor's done in the last 3 years, but I'm with you.
Yeah. This was like early, like it was
like one of the first times it happened. I see.
Yes, and way more prominent. Like, he's clearly been on drugs for a while, but this is where it's like, this maybe is a problem. Geordie makes a video on the interview, which we can see here on his Pain Game boxing channel.
Going on to interviews with DAZN and the like, and you're making a tit out of yourself, that's when those close to you need to step in and say, enough's enough, mate. What the fuck are you doing? Who's his friends?
I don't know. I'm happy with the OT.
This is a young lad who we watched fucking be the best speaker we've ever seen in MMA, and there needs an intervention here.
No, mate, can't let it. I love the OT. Am I a say,
I thought I couldn't understand True Geordie at the beginning. Conor McGregor's a different beast. I think at a certain point he is just grunting through a lot of this, but maybe there's words there.
He's not saying words. It's not because you're American that you can't understand it. He is not speaking English.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's tough.
Them and all the rest. I just I'm doing me and focus on my family, my team. I don't expect put your hand down my face. You know, you help someone, right? You help someone.
And it's also like edited to like jump around. And only
to
focus
all
on
the
bits
worst
that he
moments
can't
back
speak.
to back to back. It's going to make it look worse. Yeah, of course.
But I will say he's definitely on something, and he was. I think it's crazy to look at that and go, "Oh no, this is normal." This is normal behavior from Conor McGregor. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because Conor McGregor wasn't having any of it and posted this on Twitter, which he's since deleted. So that's why we have this.
Got it. Conor McGregor going in on True Geordie for 40 seconds straight is hilarious. Uh-oh.
Mr. Estrogen, what's happening? Bitch tits. Fat fucking bitch tits. Who the fuck are you? You little Borns victim looking thing. Fuck me, man. Who scalded you with a kettle? You fat fuck. You fat nobody. You little feminine pussy of a thing.
No, pause. To be clear, I think this is funny as hell because it's fucking Conor McGregor just sat at home beefing with True Geordie.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. I don't, obviously, the shit he's saying, fucking wild.
Yeah.
But I just can't believe this is like insane worlds colliding.
I will remember
right?
Mr. Estrogen for the rest of my life because the way he said it is so funny.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy.
Yeah. It is like Xbox party chat. It's like you're booting into a new game of Halo. Doop, doop. And he's just trying to get the last things out of his breath. No, Mr. Estrogen, yes. A kettle on your fat fucking head.
We can watch the next. It's only 20 more seconds. It's so funny.
Sure, we'll finish it out.
Fuck pussy, yeah. Keep my name.
Sorry. We knew we were going to hear something. We came back into it. Sorry.
Mouth your mouth, you stupid cunt. Sick of seeing your fat bone face. Scaldy, fat estrogen head. Oh my God, you can't understand what I'm saying, can you not, pal? You've got subtitles under the fucking thing saying exactly what I'm saying. So what are you saying, you little fat no-name?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
So good. I also love the whole calling someone a no-name when you're like talking about them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You've
obviously
them, bro.
Got him. Yeah, he literally did. He made a thing personally for him on Twitter Voice, now X Voice.
Okay, and now we are at current day.
Okay.
So if you click on any of the True Geordie tabs you have open and just go on his channel.
Yeah.
We're back to what we saw at the start of this video.
Yeah. Is
the
Dr.
content that he's
Disrespect
making
innocent?
now. Right? How
Yeah.
fucking insane is
That's
that? Spoiler alert, no. Why would you have that as the thumbnail? Now there is so for you, Stanz, we can end the video here.
Okay.
Right? That is like, we got here today, and this is the kind of content he's making. You can see from the title and thumbnails the kind of content he's making.
Yeah.
We could end it at like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Or
when I'm feeling really bad, this is what I imagine my channel looks like to people. Can I see?
that is
I know it's crazy.
insane.
I know. But I'm saying when I'm feeling really bad, this is
I understand
Yeah.
your line of thought for sure.
Sorry, go ahead. We can end it. We can end it here. This is crazy. Or you want to go one step deeper?
Well, I watched some of these videos
Okay.
to be like, what is this guy fucking doing? Is it like just bad clickbait, or is it like, is he actually thinking these things?
Sure.
And I have some things that we can look at and talk about.
I would be,
about
even
these
if it
videos.
doesn't make it into the dive, I would love to look at it and talk it. This is the thing we should do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know this is a personal thing to you, which is that I know you don't like talking about stuff that people are going to be like, this is the kind of thing that if we talk about fucking Trump in this video, then
and the
like,
comments are going to be like,
people are
anyone, live cook boy.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I
like
fucking
they
hate
were
that
like
show.
that on the fucking epic rap battles fucking video.
True.
So I know that is about the presidents, but like it's hardly taking it seriously. This is like we're gonna be arguing our woke liberal agenda points against Mr. Trump man.
Let's just go through and let's just talk about it. Let's just see what old Geordie's talking about, what old Brian's talking about.
So I thought we'd take a look at some of his content. And the first one that I want to touch on is actually his video on Liam Payne.
Is this the reason why? This one?
Yeah. This was uploaded the day after he dies.
Oh, that is kind of gross.
And the whole video is basically how Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend, Maya Henry, is wrong to have talked badly about Liam in interviews, and knew all along that he was going to kill himself, and is therefore the reason that he did. There's not even proof, by the way, that he killed himself.
Sure.
I was looking into it because True Geordie says a bunch of times in this video that he killed himself. So I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like for people that don't know, this is obviously a lot of this is trigger warning. This is a lot of
course,
horrible things. He jumped off a balcony. Now you can, like, in a drunk, very drugged up state, which apparently he had like every single drug known under the sun in his system. You could just fall off a balcony, right? That is a very possible to happen.
Thing. Yeah.
And the report said, and I have a link if you want to look at it yourself. That said, Payne didn't adopt a posture to protect himself from the fall. That, along with other information, led them to conclude that he was unconscious or semi-conscious when he fell. I don't think it's actually highlighted, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I mean,
it's there, second paragraph from the bottom on that screen.
Here we go. Yeah, he didn't have a
Damn,
posture.
it feels good.
Ken Doc, thank you.
So no one has like said that he killed himself, and his family have said publicly that he didn't want to kill himself, which is obviously they might not necessarily know the mind.
Yeah, they might not be right. He's in a different country, different state of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like, that isn't the headline. Isn't that Liam Payne killed himself? Right.
Right. It's that he died tragically, and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and True Geordie's video just doesn't even address that part. He's like, he did kill himself because he's done this the day after, when we knew we didn't know most.
Which is what people were probably saying. And to be fair, like, he didn't have this BBC article because he didn't do the research. This was only 8 days ago, and that happened a while back. Yeah. Oh fuck! I opened a weird tab for it. Here we go. Thank God, we're back.
We're back. So we don't. I don't want us to watch more than this video than we need. Basically, we can watch from this timestamp. I don't know exactly what it is, so you can just click the thing.
He would always just say, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I can't live with myself. But
this is Liam's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, this is Maya Henry.
Maya Henry. Got it.
Then is continuing to like try and traumatize me. And so I always just felt like it was just like a whole manipulation.
She's not actually quantifying what she means when she says he tries to traumatize me. She's not explaining how or why or any, like, maybe he wasn't trying to traumatize her. Maybe he was sorry. Maybe he did feel like a total fucking screw up and apologized for the way he'd been behaving, but that doesn't mean you can break the pattern.
Just before this, literally the clip that he watched just before this was her saying that he kept on calling her to say that he was going to do horrible things to himself. And the way that he treated her in the past was such an abusive relationship, like, I think mentally, that she didn't want anything to do with him. She was like, please stop calling me. You know, I want you to get help.
Get help. But it's not going to be me.
You don't need to put that burden on me.
Yeah.
And we're not together anymore. So literally just before that, she was saying that those are the kind of things that like, he would call her and say those things, and she'd be like, I can't keep answering these calls. You can't stop. You need to stop calling me. And now he's saying like maybe he was just sorry, which is like yeah, I'm sure, but what is she supposed to just accept every single apology? It's the thing that he's arguing is insane in all of this.
Yeah, it's also, you kind of have to look to the end. It's like, wait, why is he arguing for this? Like, what is the point that he's trying to make? Like, sure, maybe he is sorry, but do we need to care if he's sorry, if he has like a pattern of abuse and calling her? Like, should she be expected to, if he says he's sorry, drop everything and be the one that is in charge of his well-being? It's like, he obviously has like a point that he is trying to make by using this language and by talking about it. And once we get there, we will figure out exactly why he did it. And it seems like, based on things we've seen, maybe he has a history of like suicide and fighting those people. So maybe that's like near and dear to him. He has a history of talking about women in a very weird way. And that could be like the reason he is doing this. And he also just likes making YouTube videos and getting lots of views. Maybe that's why he's doing this.
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head for all three. Especially because the thumbnail says, "Is this the reason why?" So it's like we know what the fuck why he's doing this. You know?
Yeah, that's. And I guess the question you would have is like, is this the reason why? Does he hate her? Is this the reason why? Does he really just want like a 500K video? Does he need the money? I don't know his personal reasons, but it does kind of suck.
We can keep watching the video because he makes it very clear. He like spells it out basically.
Oh fuck! I think I might have closed it. Can you link me again? I got it.
Just click the same shit.
He would always just like a.
She's not explaining how or why or any. Like, maybe he wasn't trying to traumatize her. Maybe he was sorry. Maybe he did feel like a total fucking screw up and apologized for the way he'd been behaving. But that doesn't mean you can break the pattern. Sometimes people just inherently aren't capable of being successful in a relationship. And I'm not saying that, excludes him from any blame at all. Clearly, he deserves some blame. Clearly, he made mistakes in that relationship. But the way she's putting this across, wow, this girl has a lot to live with, in my opinion. And I don't mean that this is all her responsibility or whatever, but if you did a podcast like this 2 days before someone committed suicide, talking about them in such a careless way, I know people who said bad things to people before a suicide, and I've seen the way that impacts people, and often they will never own it. They will never say it loud. They'll hide it within themselves for decades, but it just eats away, and it lives on their face, man.
I mean, this is just tough because he's obviously got some personal trauma with suicide. We saw it with the Logan Paul Suicide Forest stuff. I don't necessarily know what it has to do with this video and them and her, but he's trying to work through something personally and espouse like his beliefs on what went right and wrong in that situation. But truly, like, what he's talking about, the things he's saying, has nothing to do with Liam and his ex-girlfriend. It has only to do with himself.
Yeah. And he's like in using his own trauma, he is saying that she is the reason. He goes on to say, if you keep playing, he goes on to say that, now, I'm not saying that she is the reason, and then kind of the next sentence implies that she's the reason. He keeps on. This is an
ugly situation, and I'm not going to go through the whole interview because it's a 51-minute interview, but the gist of it is, I loved him, but I need to do this for my healing. Let's cut the shit. We know what this is, right? You didn't love him. When you really love someone and you know their law, even if they've done things to you, it doesn't mean, like, I've had people do loads of bad things to me before. It doesn't mean that I have to hurt them back automatically. That doesn't give you the right to do anything.
How does she hurt him? What are we even talking? Sorry, I'm lost. I'm lost in the fucking sauce.
Two wrongs don't make a right. Funny old thing. I don't know where this came from in society, but apparently for her healing journey, she needed to dish all of this on him, and it's just an excuse for her to further her own career.
She's not even talking to him. Further her own career.
Yeah, that's what this is. And I'm sure she's had many other.
She has a book out that is like non-fiction. Wait, which one? Fiction. Is fiction, but is based on true events that is about their life together. And she was like, the reason she was doing these podcasts was talking about this book. Obviously, this was before Liam died.
Yeah.
So
of course,
she was just living her life. She'd written a book,
promoting her book,
talking to people,
about her truth and her relationship.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it is
You
not
can
her. I
skip-
think, like in a macro sense, just so everyone is clear, I like to wrap this specific one up. It is not her responsibility to take care of him, especially, and even if they were together, like it wouldn't be. Obviously, if you love someone, you try to get them help. But like this is a thing that happened. She cannot be blamed for killing him. It is not her fault that this thing happened. We don't even know that he committed suicide. And so to go on the internet like the day after it happens and be like, oh, it's her fault and she's just trying to get publicity and she should feel like shit and she's gonna wear it on her face the rest of my life is like, oh, this is just so ugly and weird.
I can't imagine being her and going through that anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone if I'd like come across this video or like seen the thumbnail of like, is this the reason why? It's awful.
Yeah, someone in chat's also mentioning that like he doesn't know these people, so he is like attributing to them. And this is also a day after, and like there's not a lot of research being done here. And it's one of the things that personally like scares me a lot when we do videos like this. Is like, man, I don't want to speak from a place of authority, so I try and only do like, oh, I feel this. Like when we were watching the apology, oh wow, for me, when I see something like this, it makes me feel this way. Versus like, I can tell he's definitely a super racist. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing and trying to give like how I feel in relation to it, which is very different from like, you know what? I'm the guru here. This is why she's doing it. And she's the reason he's dead.
Yeah. You can also skip to the peak a little bit later on. There's the chapter bit. Yeah. He says some more shit here.
Got it. I'll go to the beginning of it.
Going to pay a therapist now to tell her, there, it's not your fault, really. It'll make it all better now. God knows, because that's what's going to happen. But at least that book will sell well, so she won't have to feel bad for too long, because that was what this was all about, wasn't it? Now the book's going to sell. Brilliant. Job done. And for those who are saying, well, she couldn't have really known. She couldn't have really known. Literally, a girl on Twitter tweeted out the day of that podcast, because of the podcast, Liam Payne, low-key, going to kill himself. Gone by...
She couldn't have known. There was no way to... insane
I'm sorry
logic.
for laughing, but it's like Twitter using a tweet that's just like someone... I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a
Some
screenshot.
random person
Actual
watched... That,
Please.
so he then his like level of journalism
Where's
is
the
that
tweet? Sorry, I'm losing my fucking mind. There we go. This is crazy. Liam Payne low-key gonna kill himself. Dude, I fucking knew it. It is wild.
Yeah, his level of journalism is that in the replies to this, someone was like, "Oh my god, how did you know?" Because, oh my god, I fucking knew it. Is the quote retweet? Is they then respond saying they watched a podcast with Maya Henry and thought that the like headspace that he'd be in could be something like that.
Right.
So that, in True Geordie's mind, means that Maya Henry had to know that all the things that she was saying was gonna make him kill himself. You know,
Right, because Shy Girl on Twitter saw it.
Yeah.
You know, which is like, there's so many things posted on Twitter constantly.
Which is also like, hey, I could be cringe for this. I'm cringe for a lot of things, apparently. If you are speaking about things that have happened to you, that are true to you, and someone might kill themselves because of that, and this is tough, that is not your fault, right? If you are just speaking about something that is raw, that has happened to you, that they have done to you, them then taking their life, even if you are like, you are aware that, hey, they might be feeling things.
Yes.
That I don't think that the blame is on that person, right?
Yeah, it's like the heart rule. Sorry, the way you said it was so scary. We're treading dangerous waters, but it's like, yeah, sorry. If you're speaking your truth, if you are speaking actual truth and about the way that those things made you feel, it is not your fault if something happens because of that. It's like blaming the victim. That's like, hey, this person robbed you. You got them put in jail. Now they can't feed their family. It's like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm only speaking to things that happened to me and how that affected me, and everything else is not in my control or my fault.
That's what I'm saying. Like in True Geordie's worst case scenario, where she like was aware and say she saw this tweet or whatever.
In his worst case scenario, to be clear, she wanted him to kill himself so she could sell her book. That is like the implication. It's like she is saying these things on these podcasts so that he will kill himself, so that she will sell a lot of copies of her book, which is
I just can't believe
if
that
true,
he actually thinks that
reality.
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I guess maybe he does. That's what I'm trying to understand
he
what
does.
his point is.
I think he's just
because
a
if that
great
is his
yapper,
point, it's
bro.
fucking insane, right?
I don't think that he believes that. I think he's just talking into a camera and making a video, and that is the things he said, and he's not even really thinking about it because it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm even more on a roller coaster. This is a unique individual, dude. I feel like we could talk about him for 5 more hours, and I still wouldn't know kind of where I land, which is weird because it feels like it should be easy to be like, this guy sucks, and it's like, God, he obviously has some troubles.
You can understand the roller coaster that I went through with like the things that I knew about him from the past to like seeing this. Like in my head, he didn't exist anymore after he got cancelled and had said the takes. Said the really bad joke. And but I wasn't watching him even when like it was in my periphery that I saw him get cancelled and the kickoff get cancelled or whatever. Like I knew it happened, but I wasn't watching either of any of the channels.
I'm just going to address it one more time. We have thrown out the word canceled so flippantly. He's not even close to canceled. He's less views. I know. I'm just saying, I want to make clear that like this is not a cancellation. He's still making his videos and getting hundreds of thousands of views, doing really whatever he wants.
Hey, I don't believe people can be cancelled. I think it's just depending on the person. Yeah, literally. I genuinely believe that. I because there are so many people that like
to a point.
Talk about James Charles.
To be fair, like Milo Yiannopoulos got removed from the internet. He's like not allowed to have a website, and it's like, damn, that actually did happen.
Yeah, I guess being banned from the site is like the only real cancelling. Right?
Sure, and that happens very infrequently. Yeah.
Yeah, when I say cancelling, I mean like people have gone on a tirade against you.
Yeah, it's like the cultural definition of it. Because like, Alex Jones got canceled.
Flips.
Alex Jones cannot use an online payment processor for anything in his life. He's truly been like taken down. Which
I still see posts of him all the time, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's just he can't do it. But for most cases, the people can only cancel themselves by leaving the internet, and True Geordie has not left the internet. So
yeah. It's just all this isn't fun.
Yeah, hey,
it's sad
it's
going
not.
through it.
Does he do the podcast still?
No,
Yeah,
he's pretty much stopped doing the podcast. This is technically True News, which is so sad because True News was actually like a pretty fun show between him and Lawrence. It was like a co-hosted thing where they would talk about a multitude of different topics. And now it's just like he's talking about this one topic that is like really, really sad, and he has some bad opinions usually on it. I think he started to get worse and worse opinions. I looked at some others and they weren't like he was not as cringe as the most recent 4. If you go to his most recent video,
GTA trailer reaction is so funny. That's just like in between all this shit. I watched the GTA trailer.
It's 11 minutes long somehow. So his most recent video, Donald Trump wins. These Karens are raging about it. It obviously he's making jokes at women getting angry or upset at Trump winning. We don't need to watch the whole thing. But we don't need to get very far before he says things that just make no sense or aren't true.
The last video. And remember how Kamala and Biden were saying that Donald Trump was the next Hitler? Well, since he won the election...
That was J.D. Vance. Sorry. So, to be clear, that was his vice president, J.D. Vance, said he was America's Hitler. I'm sorry, is this thing on? That was not Kamala or Joe Biden.
Their tunes have sort of changed ever so slightly.
Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory, and I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition.
Before he won, he was Hitler, and we couldn't possibly bear the thought of him being the leader. Now he's the leader. Actually, what we were saying is a load of rubbish, and he has the reins, Donald. Crack on, son. It shows...
Sorry, what do you want Biden to do? Hey, we're wheeling in the tanks? I guess I don't really understand it, which is just like...
Another January 6th.
It would be kind of cool if Biden was like, this guy fucking sucks. What did he say at the debate? He was like, would you shut up, pal? That shit ruled.
I think that's the whole... Like, if you're passing on the presidency, that is the real thing to do. You want the best for your country, right? So you're gonna hope that they're gonna do the best and not create another fucking insurrection.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about this at the beginning in a like joking way of like, hey man, True Geordie's on the right side. Donald Trump won the popular vote, so at a certain level, even people like me who truly hate Donald Trump, it's like, dude, he not only won the election, there are more people who voted in this country that wanted him to be our president, and so you kind of got to hold that and just be like, all right, this fucking sucks. I did not want it, but he won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all this is based on the fact that he thinks that Biden called him Hitler, and that's why he's like, "Oh, would you give Hitler the presidency?" And like, now, why aren't you saying that now? It's like, well, he didn't say that. We're using like false information to even start this video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Just wait for the false information. He starts talking about voter numbers next.
Oh.
Was how ridiculous this whole thing was. And while Kamala and Joe Biden have done a lot of finger pointing at Donald Trump for a long time now that the numbers are in from the election, we got a chance to see how they differed from previous elections. And, well, the findings were quite interesting. So you'll see here, Barack Obama in 2008 did nearly 70 million votes. In 2012, he did 66 million. Hillary Clinton in 2016 did 66 million. So very, very...
Oh, so you're going to say that Biden was doing... There's some fake voting going on? I was trying to figure it out. 81 million? Yeah, people did not like
consistent, ranging between that 66 and 70 million mark. In 2020, the election that Donald Trump said he thought was rigged and that was stolen from him, Joe Biden, a guy who was not that...
Do you think True Geordie votes in his own local elections? He just looks like he doesn't to me. And that's me being maybe rude and like making an assumption, but I just cannot imagine. And it's really...
He said that he hates both options that we have and has hated both options that we've had for a long time. So I would imagine not, but I don't know.
They said yes and for reform, but I don't know if chat's just making things up.
I think they're just making things up.
Classic.
Popular by comparison to Barack Obama. Barack Obama was always way more popular than Joe Biden. Joe Biden did 81.3 million votes. And interestingly, the very next election, Kamala Harris comes right around where Barack Obama was sitting between the 66 to 70 million mark, just over 66 million there. Why is
this is the kind of content that actually like turns your brain into dribble. It's tough to watch because you kind of want to like you cannot catch up in addressing the things fast enough, and then they're already talking about the next thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, no, here's like the reason it happened. It's like, oh, guess what? We had longer registration periods because of COVID and vote from home, and states have expanded the way people register to vote. They did same-day registration in some places. There's like a lot of reasons that you would get more votes and that maybe it would come crashing down due to inflation and voter apathy and Democrats being split. But it's like, no, it's probably that number's bigger. I think he cheated. I think he cheated, man.
His argument for some of this in a bit is really funny because he talks about how when Obama won, there was like so many people were voting for him. Everyone really loved him. But so then if you go look at the numbers, how was his number smaller than Harris's when Harris lost? Like, you could use that argument, but he doesn't, because that goes against his big number theory.
Yeah,
so,
that Obama was the most popular president, and that like it went back to
he's
the
one
norm.
that brings it up, right? But whatever. It's so fucking like the fact that a baby could use his argument against him is insane to me. But.
Yeah, I think Pago makes a good point. This is all lies because there's only 7 million people on Earth. So it's like, why would we even believe any of these numbers?
Shit. Wait, where did they get all the numbers from?
Yeah, it's like, obviously they're lying, dude.
And I've never heard of Kerry. So
yeah, a girl's name in 2004?
We can keep watching because he goes on. It's up to you. I was like, I didn't want to cover any of this.
I know. No, I honestly, even if it doesn't go in the video, I think it's helpful to me because this is maybe unfair. I'm just talking to you. Again, doesn't have to be the video and the chat that's like gone on this journey with me for fucking 2 hours.
Yeah.
I had a lot of sympathy in my heart for True Geordie and like what he went through. And maybe it's just the fact that I fucking watched him cry about suicide in Logan Paul. And I watched him like take it on the chin about the fact that he wanted a fucking big black dildo in his butt. But before we did these videos, I was like, man, maybe he truly did mean to apologize. And it does kind of suck that this all happened. He deserves it. But now I'm watching this and it's like, oh, maybe he actually just has fucking beans for brains. You know what I mean? I don't know the answer. He seemed like a reasonable, empathetic guy. And now I'm like, what is happening here? Maybe he truly does just care about number go up on YouTube more than like anything else.
That's exactly what I was trying to like relay to you at the start.
Yeah.
Which is like the kind of jokes that he was making that were cringe at the start, like viewing them as this guy is very different than viewing them as the guy that cries about suicide.
Yeah.
You know?
And hey, lock me up. The jokes he did at the beginning were fucking weird as hell, but I don't even tie them into this. Like, this to me is like a different person. Like, this guy just fucking sucks. I don't care about him at all.
Yeah.
Why is he making these videos? Ugh, yuck. And the videos at the beginning were like, oh, he's trying to be funny, but he's fucking just kind of weird and it's not landing.
Yeah, just bad, very
I've made bad
misogynistic
jokes before.
Yeah.
You know, I'm embarrassed about some of the things I've said in the past. That's fine. And then we got to see like, oh, he cares about this and suicide, and like he's willing to bear himself. He's willing to embarrass himself on the internet. And then we get to this, which is just like a whole different human being. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like he truly did. It doesn't feel to me like he is right-wing grifting to get away from something. It feels like he's kind of right-wing grifting because he like he fucks with it. He's just like, yeah, this rules. Like he kind of believes it. Yeah.
And that's what made me want to do this dive when I saw the tweet, because I was genuinely shocked. I was like, this is not where I thought he would go.
Yeah.
But then when I thought about it a bit, I was like, it kind of fits.
Yeah,
like,
but I think it kind of
parts
fits
of him
in a
that it fits for.
stereotypical way. Like to me, at least, like it kind of fits because I look at him and he looks like he would have these opinions. You know what I mean? But that's unfair for me to do. Like I am being just as prejudiced as he was by saying that.
Yeah.
But now that I'm hearing him
hey,
say
he
the
dated
words,
a Muslim girl, and she said that he looks like the kind of people that would bully him in high school.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's just like it feels fucking weird. It feels weird, man. I'm lost. Yeah. I'm lost and alone in this world.
He talks a bit about how all the states that Kamala Harris won in was the ones without voter ID, which is great. He does a bunch. He keeps on going and then laughs at some more women, and then keeps on going and laughs at some more women.
Yeah, we haven't even seen him like laugh at women who are obviously like in pain and sad and mourning right after the election, which is probably the worst part about this. Spreading misinformation is like, hey, he's a dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, if you believe him on these kinds of topics, like this is a fucking FIFA guy. This is a combat sports guy. If you're getting your information from him, it's worse than Rogan. You know what I mean? Like, what are we actually doing here? But then to like laugh at these people just really, really sucks. And I haven't seen what these women are saying, but it's not nice to do.
And it's not fun for us, which is why I didn't get us to
Yeah.
look at those specifically. This is a different video. He tells a really good joke about Kamala Harris. You'll
A
really
really
like the
good joke. I can't wait to hear it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
It's all right.
Corrupt world of politics. And the one thing I really dislike is the woke shit that we've seen in the last sort of 10 years. And if you're an opponent of that, I'm more likely to vote for you. Do you know what I mean? And that was one of the ways that I predicted that Kamala was going to go down. Ironically, that's one of the ways she got her start in politics, because she used to on politician. Forget it. It's another story for another day. It's a popularity.
Yeah, told you, really good joke.
Yeah, it's crazy that you liked that joke so much. YouTube, get him.
I'm a big fan of that joke.
Get him. He loved that joke.
The sarcasm alarm is on screen right now.
Yeah, YouTuber, the comments don't understand sarcasm, dude. You have to fucking hold this. You are this man to them now.
So true.
Because you don't have a picture on screen.
Therefore I am them.
Yeah, this is what they think you look like.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, he also talked about the sketch situation. If you
Sketch
go
the
on
streamer?
his,
the
yeah, remember when the OnlyFans
he
leak
had
stuff
done
happened?
some gay pornography in the past.
Yeah, if you scroll down to look at the thumbnail, we don't need to click on the actual video.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
on the right, top right.
There it is. Those videos were hardcore. Family-friendly YouTuber sketch exposed as gay adult star.
It's right under your cam.
Oh, sorry. I saw it moved it up.
Sorry.
Yeah. Boop. There you go. Family-friendly YouTuber sketch exposed as gay adult star. I mean, I can assume that the kinds of things he says. To be fair, this is throwing stones in a glass house if you're true Geordie, because of some of the stuff in your history, but say what you want. And at least people didn't seem to fuck with this one. They like sketch. 100,000 views.
Yeah. He said if I was one of the ones, it's to be fair, that's when I was going through the videos. A lot of these aren't
it feels
as
good.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these aren't as bad as in he's like for example, the Dr. Disrespect one, he is throughout the video going, "Hey, why don't you just show us the chat messages then if they're not that bad?"
Right.
And like not he kind of plays both sides, but is less cringe in my opinion. He
on
is
some
kind
of these
asking
issues,
the questions
maybe like
that
the
would be-
internet
yeah.
issues, but definitely not on the American election stuff.
No, that's what I mean. Like literally,
Yeah.
these last four, the most recent ones are like real bad, and then
I see.
I think that as we go down, it's less and less bad. It's just recently he's gone like full crazy.
Yeah, off the deep end.
Yeah, in the sketch one, he says it was just one thing that I found that I thought was funny.
Hmm.
If I was the one that found his OnlyFans, I wouldn't have reported on it because who cares? He's not scamming anyone. He's not hurting anyone.
Yeah. Based.
But he did the video and then shows the pictures in the video. So
Right.
he's like, hey, I didn't report on it, but if someone else has, then I will. Which I don't know. You could do that video without showing any of it, and he shows it all. So
Sure.
like
Right.
obviously censors the things, but like
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot that there's a lot of weird choices he makes. I had scrolled down to like a year ago, and he did a video on David Beckham cheating on Victoria.
Oh, that was male
And
celebrity.
basically, he says like he doesn't blame him because he went to Spain, and Spain's full of 10 out of 10s. And because Victoria didn't move with him, it's her fault.
It's crazy that like, and it goes to show that even when you look at the older stuff that's like not as bad, the difference between how he blames women and how he blames men is like, oh, are you kidding me? Have you seen those fucking birds in Spain? They're 10 out of 10s. And oh, his ex-girlfriend, yeah, it's her fault that he killed himself. You know what I mean? She's obviously a conniving bitch who's trying to sell books. It's like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, you shouldn't have said that, by the way. I know you're quoting someone else, but YouTube's gonna hate you because they have no understanding of.
Well, just don't put it in the video.
Media.
Yeah, don't.
No, I was memeing.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the YouTube algorithm. Because at that point, that'd be great if YouTube hears words like that and then just kind of hides your videos, doesn't show it to people.
Sorry, do you want to read Midnight's chat?
Yeah, let's read Midnight's chat. Los knockers are low. Sorry, I didn't understand what he was talking about the women in Spain.
You needed it translated.
Yeah, but Los is kind of crazy. I don't know if knockers is male. That was what really threw me off.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I think it would be Las. Now that I think about it, is the problem. Or loca.
No, but they're owned by men.
By men, of
obviously.
course. Yeah, no,
Yes.
that does make sense. I'm sorry. I was just trying to think of the conjugation of it. That is the problem. That was the problem for me.
Right, let's close this out.
Let's
Stanz.
close this out. Dude, I feel like you and I need to talk about this video. Who's editing it?
Definitely me.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I think we need to figure out what our strategy is going to be because at certain points, I was like, okay, after this, I'm going to talk to Cans. This is how we frame it. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, well, no way. This is how we frame it. And
you understand my
I
journey
completely
that I
understand.
went through.
I have
putting through
no
this time.
clue what the title and thumbnail should be or what my closing thoughts should be. I am absolutely lost.
I'll tell you what I've got written, and then we can go into some sort of outro if you want. You can
Sure.
freeball it.
Yeah.
It's not much. I have. So that's true, Geordie. Commentator and podcast extraordinaire turned into a right-wing grifter who, in my opinion, is cringe as hell. What do you think, Stanz?
I liked him better when he was having women shit on his chest.
Hey, you couldn't have said it better myself.
Yay.
Is that really how you want to end the video?
I don't know. That's the problem, man. I actually don't know. I actually truly don't know. And so I just thought of like what was felt true to me in this moment, and that is what felt true to me in this
shitting
moment.
on chest. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh.
It's hey, that ending works if we do the option select of not going into all the videos that we just went into. You know?
Yeah.
Which I think is better. I just think it's cringe, and you can see all the thumbnails. We don't need to.
Sure.
Go into
Yeah. I think I completely agree with you. I'm glad we did it on stream because I think it's actually valuable and it's good to learn.
Yeah.
You know, it helps me. But we should figure it out. What a wacky What a wacky world we live in, my friend.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a lot more complicated than the Tobuscus dive, which we have removed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, Tobuscus fucking licks balls. He sucks so bad. And I just took it off because I could not handle it. This one, actually, there's like nuance, and I like don't even know how I personally feel. So it's really hard.
Tobuscus went from child-friendly Minecraft YouTuber into I hate black people, I love Trump, and that one we had to remove because we were getting comments that you didn't like.
And
this
on
one
I
is
feel
like
I have to go
a roller coaster.
Yeah, I want to go mogul middle, honestly, where it's like, dude, I actually don't even know how I personally feel. And that is like why I usually have strong convictions about something. And
as a fan of his, I hate him now, and I think it's more because it's like the opposite of iDubbbz, which we're also going to be doing a deep dive in, by the way, for Dive Miss.
Don't make me do it, because iDubbbz to me right now is a hero, and I know I'm yeah.
But he also thinks that the content that he used to make is bad.
I know. That's why it's like I
think it's the perfect dive. I truly, we can talk about it and know that the guy that was doing it doesn't like what he did now. So we're not like shitting on him, right?
Yeah, I need some positive dives. I should make sure for my brain.
We've been doing positive dives, bro.
I agree.
I mean, okay, Joe Weller's got some blackface, but
Joe Weller's got some blackface.
There was positiveness around it.
The Randy one, even just like it was positive, but like the veneer around it was just kind of like this sucks and sad. I want someone who like broke a world record or something.
Well, we did Mythical Kitchen. They broke records.
Mythical Kitchen ruled. Thank you. You're right. I just need to keep my brain on the right way. Yeah.
Let me run down the list.
There's some good ones
in
there.
Feel better.
No, there's
we've got Couch Up. Couch Up next week.
Don't spoil the people.
Couch Up and Rooster Teeth have been in the pipeline for fucking decades.
Okay, you can spoil that. You can spoil that. Yeah.
Couch Up hopefully next week. Me and Atharch are working on. I say me and Atharch. Atharch has done the whole entire dive. I'm going to look at it and go, I think that's good. So
fair.
I will look at it and say I think that's good, and it will probably be ready for next week. We've already done Dax Flame, which is like
that was
positive,
but
was like how much of this is satire, how much of this is real? It's like it's not really drama, it's just like the only
it did make me a little sad for sure.
Then there is one surprise left that is gonna be sick that I've told you about.
I'm very hyped about multiple of them, but like this one for sure. We're talking about the same one. I know it.
And there's Minecraft 2.0, which is just going over all of the Minecraft people that we missed out of the first one. That
rules. That one can be like a really positive one, because then people can be like, he did it. He talked about the other Minecraft communities.
But it's annoying because I didn't talk about them because I didn't know about them. So I have to research like 20 different fucking Minecraft people for this fucking dive.
That's classic.
And then figure out why they like them, because I didn't watch them. Which is fun. And then KSI. KSI is not going to be too positive, but it's going to be interesting because you don't know anything about like his actual early days.
I know one thing about KSI, and that's what I'm worried about.
Wait, but you know a lot of things about KSI.
Sure, I know one thing that I will have to learn publicly in this deep dive that will be weird to address.
Oh, what? Okay, well, you should save it for the deep dive then. I have no idea what.
I'll save it for the deep dive. I mean, I'll tell you, but it's like I don't want to have to like learn about this publicly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's just gonna be.
The whole culture around that at the time was crazy. And looking back, it's like, why people?
It is a face he did. Chat, you guys understand exactly what it is, and it's just like because people are gonna be like, it was a different time, and I'm gonna have to be like, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? You can see exactly what's gonna happen there.
Yeah, I agree with both. It was a different time, and B, that doesn't make it okay.
And that's just someone who said the word playing Halo 2 on Xbox Live constantly. Like constantly.
For sure. I mean, I used to play Zombies, and training had another word at the front of it. It was a R word train.
That is crazy.
That was what everyone would call it. It was Like that was the go-to that everyone would say, and it didn't really like fit the definition. Like it wasn't a descriptor necessarily, right? It was, but everyone would like. I was saying it, not even thinking of the connotations of the word. You know?
Yeah. For the
it's
zombies
just,
one, it doesn't even really make any sense. You know
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The face one definitely makes more sense, but I think the reason I'm bringing that up is because I think that relates to it a little bit more, as in like the weight behind it online didn't exist as much.
Yeah, I personally remember I hold like a lot of shame. Me and my brother were playing Halo and we were saying it like constantly, you know, I got that or I did that to that person. And my mom was like, hey, like what are you saying? What is that? And I remember us using that argument at the time, be like, no, it's like it doesn't mean that. Like, what are you talking about? It's like it's like a video game thing. And it's like, ugh, it makes me I feel so bad. Because like I imagine being a mom and hearing that and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I wish I got the shit slapped out of me. You know what I mean?
There's going to be a lot of talk of words in context, especially when we get onto the iDubbbz deep dive.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think that it's going to be really good to have that conversation,
sure.
Especially because iDubbbz agrees with what I believe is the right thing now, that what he was saying was bad.
Yeah.
You know? And that he doesn't agree with his reasonings and sentiments for saying the things that he has said.
Right. We've already done the video on iDubbbz with the apology.
His
it
apology,
fucking rules. I think the start of the iDubbbz deep dive should be that like, hey, we've talked about him before. This is our history. Go watch this video, please.
Yeah.
Because that video rules. And I stand by that. Like what iDubbbz did took a lot of courage and is really good. He did like a public good for his audience, for the YouTube audience as a whole. So that is cool. And so it's going to suck to go back and be like, hey, why did he have to do that good thing? Because of all this bad. And that's going to...
Well, the reason I brought it up is because it's going to be the opposite of this deep dive, right? Where, like, currently in the public, iDubbbz is good guy that thinks what he did in the past is bad. And we go back and look at the bad stuff. And currently in the public, True Geordie is doing cringe things, and we go back in the past and look at the less cringe things that he used to do.
Yeah.
It's like the role reverse.
It is the role reverse. And I much prefer when people end up on my side. How surprising is that? On a side
so
that
then
really enjoy.
that's why I think the iDubbbz one will be good and better, and a good journey for sure.
Fair enough.
Not all positive, obviously, because it will be a lot of the stuff will be hard to watch, but and most of the stuff is gone, by the way, so you'll be happy to know that it will be hard to find some of the things.
He
so
just liked to say the N-word a lot, right? Is that...
Yep. Most slurs. I don't think you could think of a slur that he hadn't said. Can we go full cam?
Oh,
What,
sure.
You don't like staring at True Geordie's face?
I'll say it. I think he's a handsome guy. I like the tattoos. I like the chains.
Yeah.
Caught.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking guy.
Caught.
But, the way he's looking in a lot of the thumbnails is like, stop looking at me like that.
Yeah,
Calm down.
specifically this thumbnail. This is the face I hate the most. When he's
Oh, the
surprised, I
slight
don't
smile?
care. This one, yeah, if it's like dead eyes, slight smile, I fucking hate it. Yeah, he does have a thick neck. That's probably why I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are lots of good deep dives coming up. I don't think, bar this one, one's drama-y because I saw the tweet recently and he's been doing this content and whatever. I don't think any of the other deep dives are based on like drama that is like, oh my god, this happened, so we have to talk about this guy because he's in drama, and you should learn about it.
It was like one of the things I really enjoyed about the Sugar Pine 7 saga was like there's no reason to talk about it whatsoever besides the fact that it was
and it did
cool.
so fucking well.
And
I'm so
I
happy
think that's
with it.
part of the reason it did so well is that like we were just like championing a cool thing and talking about why it was so cool versus like this is like, he sucks, huh? It's like, man,
well, that's the Joe Weller for me. Is
Got it.
I got you to a place now where you understand everything about Joe Weller in the same way that I do, and understand
to be fair,
why he's
though,
funny.
That
and
ends with
would
him saying, "I'm the
enjoy.
king of pissing in my mouth." And
I'm the king of bubblies. Yeah, but that's so funny. It's
funny,
as
but it's
hell,
not the same as
dude.
like Sugar Pine 7 of like, and really life is about challenges and moving on. Beautiful music, and it's like here's me clearing
True.
out my
I
desk.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for the dives that we have.
Yeah.
And Yeah, most of them are. I'm looking at most of this shit's positive as hell.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna. No, it's gonna be good.
we're
I'm excited for Dive Miss
And
as
especially
well.
compared to last year, we did like
David
a bunch
Dobrik,
of
David
drama.
Dobrik 2, David Dobrik 3, fucking Pedo number 4. Yeah,
James Charles, Shane Dawson.
Yeah,
we did the Tati Westbrook drama stuff. It
Mm-hmm.
was really good, but it was like specifically, I was like, here is internet drama that you haven't heard about. Let's do a dive on it.
Yeah.
Whereas this year, it's just like, this is a creator that is big and cool that you should learn about.
Yeah.
Which
is great. We need to think of stuff. We're so dive miss pilled right now, and I know you need to be. I need to think of stuff that we can put on main just like anytime. I know we have a couple of videos coming out, Minecraft and the puzzles and stuff.
I think we have the two. The two that I'm working on now are like the next two for like, we post one in like the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And then
we got 2
coming
weeks to
out
get
on
to.
the,
We got to get more
on the 22nd.
2 videos out.
We post one on the 22nd, and
Sure.
then we're good for a week.
We can't be going a week without a main channel video. I'll think of something. This is not on you. You're dive miss. I'm
dive miss. We can. We've done that many times.
Sure.
On
I
your
would
channel,
like
and it's
to. We
totally
can.
fine.
Obviously, we can. I just saying I would like to get something.
Especially because we're about to post 14 days in a row.
Yeah, and I also think,
it's
but
up
they're
to
all
you.
going to be dives, so it's like, ooh, what's something else that I like doing that I would like people to remember before we go into 14 days of dives? You know,
That's what. Well, okay, not the Minecraft one, but the other one.
no, I think the Minecraft one's great. The other one's great too. They're both great.
I think
actually
that
love
should
both.
be the one. That's why I was saying we have to upload that on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So I think that should be like the one that people remember before you go into the dives.
Ooh, a Leagueathon vid. I wonder if there could be a scripted Leagueathon vid. It doesn't really end with any fucking fun.
Not only will I not be editing that,
He's
I will
refusing.
not be.
He doesn't
I
wanna
will
be a
not
part
be
of it.
thinking about what could be a good video from the
Shuko.
fucking Leagueathon.
Shuko, we have work to do, buddy.
No, I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
Breezy,
Bro,
I heard
what,
you're around,
What
buddy.
would be the fucking? What would be the dive?
Bro,
what would be
it's
the video? What's
me
the angle?
reconciling the fact that I'm getting older, and this is something I did in my youth, and do I still have it, and I don't, and do I even enjoy this? Why am I doing it? This is questions about humanity and growing up. There's something there.
What's the title and thumbnail?
That's the problem, is people don't like this philosophical fucking baby shit.
You just need to package it well.
They like, I
love the
played League for
philosophical
48
baby
hours,
shit.
gone sexual? That's what they fucking want, and that's not what I want. It's a
What they
documentary about
want
an
is
addict
you to have
spiral.
maybe recorded some of the fucking 48 hours worth of League.
It would have broken
That's
my
all
hard
people
drive.
are fucking leaving in the
It
comments.
would
It wouldn't
have
have broken your heart.
broken my
All it's going to do,
hard
Stance,
drive.
is break my hard drive because I'm going to have to fucking download them all and
Yeah.
re-upload them.
We just do it in 6-hour bits.
In what universe is that the best way to do it?
My hard drive couldn't handle it. It's a little
Sorry.
baby.
36 hours. I forgot. You fucking weaseled out like the
did.
little weasel.
It was
you
better.
are.
I thought it was better that way.
Not better that way.
Ending
That's
during
crazy.
the podcast is the lamest ending of all time.
So don't do that.
I had to sleep.
You played 4 more games of League, all the while going, if I play any more of these, then when I wake up, there won't be any time, so I'll have to end. So you purposely played 4 more games so that if you then went to sleep and then woke up, you would have to end. If you just didn't play those games, you could have gone to sleep and woken up and played the games in the morning.
I wasn't sleepy. Imagine if I left stream and I just sat in my room like, well, I'm not tired. That's even worse. And that's the emotional state I was in at the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying you did it to yourself.
I
You
did. I agree.
It
This is
wasn't.
all
It wasn't
a-
worse. You made it worse.
Yes,
it would have
was,
worked.
It was bad anyway, in the, like the time I ended, and I made it way worse. I agree with you. It was. This is a prison of my own design.
That's fine.
Messed everything up. I agree. But I think that
I'm on board with the time that you went to bed. Yes,
Yeah.
obviously it would have just ended and would have been worse. So you're fine to end when you did. I'm
Yeah.
saying like an hour or two before that.
Yeah, and
you
then
could
it
have
would
gone.
been fine.
Oh,
yeah, but I couldn't have slept then unless I popped a fucking Xan or something.
yes, so true.
Which is how it goes.
Yeah, I mean it literally doesn't make any difference because, like you said, it would have been you just asleep or whatever. And I'm excited for the 24-hour no sleep one because that one. I will make a bet with you that you won't be able to do it.
I don't think I can because when I was a young buck, when I was a stronger man than now, I thought I could do 24 hours of Legos, and 16 hours in, my fingers were literally bleeding, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
I do think Lego is different.
Dude,
but,
the Lego was crazy.
Yeah, I don't. envy you for that. I imagine that would do fucking torture on your fingers.
Yeah. I needed those like rubber thumbs that accountants use to go through a lot of papers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before I was Diet Coke pilled too, so the Diet Coke hit my system like a fucking nuclear bomb. But it was funny. See, there was stuff during
that was like a big
like
plot
marathon.
point in the fucking
Yeah,
stream.
Rochelle
That
bought
was
me a
good.
Diet Coke. I drank it and I was like, I feel sick.
It was like months afterwards. Anytime a Diet Coke mentioned, we were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Monk is in chat." So
Yeah, we don't talk about that here. And now I love them, so it's very funny. It's very funny that happened.
But yeah, I think a 24-hour stream would be sick, and I think you should. If you're gonna go for it, you have to tell me in advance, and we'll do some kind of bet. Because
Yeah,
I don't think you can do it.
I don't think I can do it either, though. We'd be betting on the same side.
Yeah, but you're the one that's supposed to be doing it.
That's
so
what, but
you
I don't
can-
think I can. So I don't even think I don't think
It
I
would
can
be
tell
more
people.
motivation for you, is what I'm saying. You could win something from me, whatever the thing would be. Like,
I think
whether
I
it's
could-
money or subs or whatever.
I could sleep on stream. I could pull out the old fucking air mattress stuff. I don't think I
well,
could stay
that's-
awake for 24 hours.
That's cringe as hell. You can't
I
do
just
that.
I truly don't think that my body can do it. I am
Especially if you're
decrepit.
only doing 24 hours and you sleep on stream, bro. That's the most fucking
I
dog
play
shit
8 hours of League of Legends and then I
stream
sleep
ever.
for 16. I don't get out of bed.
You just stay. You wake up and just stay in bed and scroll your phone.
Yeah.
You're like, well, yeah. Oh, time's over. Oh no.
That would be very
Yeah,
funny.
man has regular day.
Yeah. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool.
It would be so cool.
What if I do a 24-hour stream and I start in bed and then I just never get out of bed? It's 24 hours of performance art of me scrolling my phone and fucking napping.
I'll say it. I don't think you could do that.
Me
either.
either. I don't think I
think you
could
could
either.
stay in bed for 24 hours. Bro.
I'd
You ain't doing
die.
that shit. You'd do an hour on your phone and be like, "This bit's shit," and just end stream 100%.
I would, yeah. The longer it goes,
You
though,
could-
the funnier it is.
You're more likely to run a bit of me being a green screen behind you for 24 hours than you are lying in bed for 24 hours.
Yeah, probably.
I still sometimes I was scrolling through VODs to try and find like a RuneScape thing or whatever.
Sure.
And the thumbnail of the stream when I came round is me in the green screen behind you.
That rules.
And it's so I just think about it sometimes. I'm like, the fact that we just did that and it's not even for a video is so fucking
Yeah, it was funny.
insane.
It ruled. It was
so
good shit.
funny.
Yeah. I'm very happy that we did it.
Yeah, me too. Do you want to talk about I know we have been about the True Geordie video. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to call off stream and figure out what the fuck we do with it?
And half the people in stream are going to be really happy, half the people are going to be mad. Actually, everyone's going to be mad, but for different reasons. Some people are going to be
Okay.
happy there's no League of Legends, but those same people are going to be sad because the stream is also ending.
I was like, what? I could see
It's
the
the worst
line
of
that you were
all
just
worlds.
ending stream, and I was like,
I
who's
was gonna
happy
be,
about
guess
this?
what? We're not doing League, and then they were gonna pop off, and I was like, because we're ending. Because I think we should talk about True Geordie right now, and I also want to
Okay,
watch this
sure.
fucking Mike Tyson shit, and I don't know when it starts because chat was talking about Central Time. I don't understand it.
I think it starts in an hour.
Perfect.
But I don't know if I think that's like
And
the
that's the
whole
undercard.
event starts
Yeah,
in an hour, which
exactly.
is fucking dog shit.
Oh, it starts right now, but there's gonna be an undercard. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Let's chat. I appreciate you. This dive was really good. I feel bad for H-Rock, who I was like, yeah, we'll play some League 3 hours ago.
Oh, I forgot.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
I
we
did.
spent 3 hours talking about True Geordie, which is
boomed
insane
him.
in and of itself.
3 hours?
Well, it's been 3.5, and I think I only did about 30 minutes pre-stream just shooting the shit, right?
Damn.
So let me do one thing,
Maybe, yeah.
and then I will
you're
end
around right.
stream, and that is proof that, as always, it is fucking Swag Boy Thursday. What a vacuum cleaner sucks up dust. Clam up or chicken out is, I don't know. Rigatoni is pasta. Trim Wolfram is sheer. If I had only known. And then we have dips is a pool. A state is, wait, it's not dust. What the fuck? A state? Oh, Utah. Oh.
That's what I thought as well.
Number at the bottom of receipt is total, and then American Oppression Spader Kessel Gary, and then what is this? Clam up. Up and out of bed. Rises. Is it not? It's not dust. It's it can't be Utah. Idaho. It's Idaho. And then it's What a vacuum cleaner sucks up dicks if you're a horny teenager. What a vacuum cleaner... Oh, dirt. It's dirt. And then it's risen? No. Sorry, what is it? Rises? Up and out of bed. Risen. Idiog. Clam up. Oh, idiom. It's Mary.